Sippers get ready. When people get ready. Sippers get ready for tea with me.
1, 2, 3. I fuck that every time. It is actually perfect. Like, I could synchronize it perfectly, but I feel like too slick coming off like the back of a countdown, you know. Speaking of slick, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this live Daily Brew episode. George, you alright?
Yeah.
George's all nervous about walking in to shot. Imagine if people just loved it and were like spin off pod and then it got bigger than tea with me.
But the only thing about it is because she's coming in with the coffees and we're recording, you won't hit her. If she'd have come in and it wasn't recorded, you'd go, "You're late, poo, with my beverage."
Why am I a Victorian? Don't know what is that voice?
I don't know. A miser.
No, boarding principal.
Oh,
you're late. like a school that has borders.
Boarding principal. I thought you said the boredom prince. Which should be someone you would definitely be. And the boredom prince.
That's Prince Williams. He's a boredom prince.
Is he like Prince William but for the black people? And Prince Williams. Prince Williams.
Do you remember when we Georgia, for fuck's sake. George's nickname is the Disruptor. The Disruptor.
And that's what you'd write in your report card. George is nothing but a disruptor.
Yeah. An upstart, rambunctious disruptor. Do you think being a school principal back in like Victorian days would have been sweet?
Yeah.
Because they didn't have a big duty of care.
No.
These guys could get tuberculosis or anything, and the principal would just be like, "Oh, just go outside."
They just have dusters in their cloaks.
Yeah.
Oh.
My dad got fairly whacked at school, like.
But your dad went to school in 1743. Like, it was a different time back then. He got the cane.
He did. Michael, that was his principal. Daddy, stop doing that.
You're a very naughty boy.
Kitty Price, the worst boarding school principal of all time. Let them have cocaine. She'd be awful.
Oh yeah, but he like I tried to, and then I realised that could be paused and
hey man,
confused or something.
Can I say something sly?
Yeah.
You're not already like.
Oh.
Like, we're not like sweet looking guys to the point where we need to manipulate our face to look like Katie Price.
No, but Katie Price's looks like she's just got a really tight hairband or a really tight ponytail.
Yeah.
Like, that's her look. That's not sweet now. And her eyebrows are like Ming the Merciless. They're up
Can
here.
I give you a compliment?
I would love one, man.
You're wee, now that I've said it,
oh no,
it's got worse, but remember you developed that like ridge?
Yeah, it's a dick on my nose.
Yeah, but like, remember your forehead got a bit bigger and then you have that like cliff?
Yeah.
It looked like it went away, and then I said, "Can I give you a compliment?" And you put your head down like this, and it got way worse. It got way worse.
I'm like a Shar-Pei dog.
It looked like I wouldn't survive that drop if I fell from your forehead to the top of your nose.
Yeah, well, if you fell from your forehead to the top of your nose, you'd survive rightly, because so you just a fucking big crest.
But you'd be bored. You'd be traveling.
You'd be like
for
Eddie
so long.
Eagle Edwards off the bottom. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I could smoke a fag in the shower. All right.
Oh, you can't say that anymore. It's 2025. It's homophobic.
What do you say? What's the new word for shower?
I was going to say you suck off a homosexual man in the shower.
You could.
Why
could I not?
I saw, by the way, speaking of homosexuals, I saw a meme yesterday, and I meant to send it to you, but I knew you were just up
I was
the
in
high
hospital
dough.
dealing with my son.
Yeah, so I thought, you're going to be up the high dough, you won't laugh. But
sometimes situations like that make you laugh even more.
But whenever you'll love something, and you just know you won't love it so much in that particular environment.
Okay.
Can I just find it and show it to you to get your reaction? Because it really, like, when I say it made me laugh, stupidly so. The Catherine's like, "What's funny?" And then, do you ever do this thing where your wife says, "What are you laughing at?" And you show her, and they go,
"That's not funny." Yeah.
You go, "No," and then you're like, "I know who'd love it."
Can I update people? Yesterday I was saying I was limping in. I've got, what's the thing I have Dave in my foot?
Plantar fasciitis.
Well, I think it's that, and then I've been stretching it and it's getting worse, so I think maybe I've got a broken bone or something, which is very me to only make it way worse by stretching out the broken bone.
Yeah. You just open the... Oh gosh, I'm really turning this up. I thought it was George. I just turned around, there's noise on the phone. I was like, George.
How'd you describe that day for people?
It's just it's just a wee face coming through a circle and says "made the glory hole," asking can we kiss instead.
Those boys would hate that, wouldn't they? Like,
oh no,
they're not there for that.
No, I mean that's one thing. in life I am afraid of. Now, it's one of those things that I'll never be in the scenario where that'll happen.
Right.
But the glory holes freak me out, mate.
Well, can I tell you something? I don't know if I told you this before, but my nanny, formerly alive, as in like my granny, not like.
Is she on alive now?
I'm the nanny. I'm your new nanny. Yeah, she's on alive.
Why is it Cat Williams your nanny? I'm your nanny.
Put down the juice, all right? You behave yourself.
You're a very naughty boy. Sorry. Wow.
Weird, I got half a boner there. But yeah, beside her, you could say neighbours if you wanted, lived this family. Like
in her house, not in the where she is now.
Oh, I think
not like the grave.
The Soil's living beside her now. Like, it's a nickname for her. He's a wrestler.
That sounds like a paramilitary, an undercover agent.
He's a Soil. Why? Because he's dirty. Yeah. He's always in the dirt.
He's a dirty
mucky. But there was apparently a guy. The dad was like a part-time homosexual, and PTH, and he'd been going to a glory hole. And this is just a rumour, but my nanny filtered this round the family, and I eventually heard about it when I was way too young. And apparently there was a glory hole in the North Down area. You could probably tell me where.
Yeah.
And the dad was at it one day, and guess who he found out was on the other side?
Your dad.
His son. Do you think that's an urban myth?
I think that's an urban myth. I've heard that before. You know, a lot of that is a big urban myth.
Yeah.
I think now what I had found funny recently, to me, I thought a glory hole was like a proper hole in a solid wall.
Yeah.
Apparently nowadays dudes are just doing it in houses, putting a wee curtain up.
Oh, they're bringing it with them?
No, it's just to hang up a curtain and there's a wee hole in it. So you can do like you can.
Oh, that goes against them. That's not. I think the purists will only go to a wall, like a brick wall.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Not a brick wall. You need to have a large deck.
MDF. You know what I mean? You need to just get it through. It needs
but
to
if
be
it's
sturdy.
brick, do you think like? Yeah, there's like tiers to it.
You could fully get on top of somebody if it was just a curtain. It's like
yeah.
You need
that takes away the illusion.
It's just the willy goes through.
Yeah.
But I hope that the wall's not insulated, or I'm not getting through.
Oh yeah.
I could drape my balls.
You would need like Duplo bricks.
I would need to just be it need to be something very small.
But would you? Is the thrill that you don't know who's on the other side?
I don't know what the thrill is.
Because I'd want to pick like.
Head on the Google or the AI there.
Oh, I thought you were just asking him like off the top of his head.
Ask like Google what the thrill of the glory hole is, so we can.
Dan, Google thrill of the glory hole. I think that was a Bruce Springsteen album.
Yeah. I remember I used to work with a woman who like glory holes are also apparently what you call a space under the stairs. Back in the day,
that's a cubby hole.
No, a glory hole as well. Yeah.
And so Dave, see when your dad said he was going to the glory hole?
Yeah. I just thought he was going to just get the Hoover out.
Yeah.
But no, me and her were having an argument because she was talking to another person in the office about, she's like, I cleared out my glory hole. And I was like, and this woman's like close to retiring. And I was like, do you know what a glory hole is? And she goes, that's a wee space under stairs. And no, not anymore. And goes, unless there's a little actual hole in your glory hole, no. And then she got really off of me, and I think she may or may not have reported me to the manager for being a pervert.
Straight people don't really do the glory hole, do they? Never heard of that ever.
No, you know what I think it is? I think women just aren't as pervy as dudes. I think that's just the thing. Like guys are just
pervy in
hornier guys,
but women are more pervy in like written text form. Like they like to read books.
Oh, so they go to the library instead. Going down library.
They're literature perverts, like.
Yeah, skates and Kates. That's what they're all about.
But where men are like physical perverts.
Yeah.
PPs.
Yeah, they love to just
Yeah.
But then imagine if you got a real mischievous guy at the glory hole just wanted to.
I'd say everyone at the glory hole is a bit mischievous.
But what if he was a butcher and just decided to cleave some willies? You don't know what's going on.
I think
you could have somebody that's like a massive homophobe and just trying to attack people and go to glory hole and just cut willies off.
Just biting. But his teeth aren't that sharp, so he's just sucking the cat up. Oh no!
The denture. It might be quite nice actually, just a wee gnaw with no teeth.
Yeah.
I know.
A gnaw?
Yeah. A gnaw with no teeth. I don't know why I said it like a dead.
Show me.
No with no teeth.
Nah. That motion's not doing anything.
Nah. That would be quite cool.
Can you do it and then move your head back and forth? But do that soon.
Yeah. No, it's hard to do because you need to go more like this and you can't, you know. Yeah. You know what you look like? A real guy ate off his face at a rape.
Yeah.
A great time.
Dad, can we take a question, please?
Before we do, can we do our sponsorship read for today?
Thought you'd never ask.
It's
on-
Garage
it's on the
Glory
table.
Hole, just off of Templemore Avenue. Get there.
Guys, we are sponsored by none other than Magic Mind. Now, Dave, you have a great mind and you're magic,
Yeah.
but this stuff is on a different level. Dave, what if I told you this was the world's first productivity drink? What do you think?
Go. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty startling.
Yep. It's a mental performance shot. Gives you focus, clarity, a sharper mind, less stress, and clean energy. If ever a man needs this.
Clean energy?
No, like a sharp mind. I need clarity.
Why not open it and let Dave have a drink?
Oh,
Dave,
that sounds like, I don't know why we're still talking about glory holes here, Dan. That sounds great.
Dave, this is the read.
Sorry.
all these ingredients, Dave, don't worry about it, are third party tested and they're sourced from the best suppliers.
Here. But can the bottles, are they easily thrown?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the best thing about it. They're easily thrown.
Right, let's test.
I'm going to throw you this is a matcha one, Dave. It boosts your energy.
Matcha.
It helps you
matcha
relax,
tea.
keeps you focused, and
I mean, that's a bit of an oxymoron, that.
and it gives you
Absolutely not.
No.
happy vibes.
Keeps you relaxed and
Yeah.
focused.
Yeah. You can be
Aye.
focused and stressed, but you want to be focused and relaxed.
See, I was
Try another one, Shane.
This is validated by doctors, created with a scientific advisory board of doctors and medical researchers. You can. It's no risk, by the way. So they're these guys, Dave. When I say these guys are confident in what they've built, they'll refund you 100%. No
Can I
questions
just say
asked.
what you
for 100
didn't-
days after
But
buying.
what you didn't sell me on this, which would have been the thing that would have made me purchase, was it's subtly sweet for happy vibes.
What do you do?
See what you're going, mate?
It looked like you were preparing a mouth glory hole within your
Yeah,
mouth.
because the
I
thing
thought
about
you were
that
going
was-
to put that in and then push it.
Usually I
back.
push my chewing gum to the front of my mouth to take it out. Unfortunately for me, I just left it in the back of my mouth, and when I went to get it, I realised it wasn't there, so I had to delve in.
Yeah, that was really weird.
I know I feel weird, and also feel like it's fully on camera as well, which is going to be weird for
Well,
me.
you're gonna feel like you have a magic
Right, I'm
mind.
going
in
to
it.
guzzle this now.
Off on one. We love to drink with Davey.
I'll tell you what, I love
You look
I,
great.
I like to ruin your reads normally, but
It's good.
This is tasty. This is nice. I like a wee morning drink to get me going on my day.
Good.
And this is good.
This
is
ships
tasty.
internationally to over 65
Oh.
countries. You get 45% off the Magic Mind bundle with the link that is in the description, but it's magicmind.com/TJAN. TEAJAN.
As in T, January.
T January.
It's tasty.
Thanks very much
That's
to Magic
tasty is
Mind.
what that is.
Davey, I was
Shane,
talking
tell me.
yesterday. We're up and down the hospital at the minute with my son who's got pneumonia. But it's looking good for him. He might get out maybe today or tomorrow.
Nice.
But I want to ask,
Good. Ooh.
when Davey was a younger man,
Uh-huh.
or a child,
Yes.
you ever in hospital? You ever spend any time? Were you ever a wee,
No.
one of those wee ward
Well,
ones?
I had convulsions when I was a kid, and I don't
does that
remember them. Like, you just sort of go and disappear, like Bran Stark.
Right.
Yeah.
At what
I know.
age, do you think?
Like young, I don't remember them, but like I think I overheated and then like passed out and sort of convulsed.
Did you have
and
to go to
shit.
hospital for that?
Yeah, but I don't ever remember it. I was always young, and then I remember being in hospital and get my tonsils out. That was good crack. Got those out, and then other than that, been pretty good with my health.
Yeah.
You know.
I was
So-
in the same ward that we're up at here
Uh-huh.
whenever I was about 6 or 7 with asthma. And I remember getting...
respiratory ward, pneumonia, asthma.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, doctor. And I got a wee dinosaur playset of figurines, and I think they're still there. How wild is that?
Oh well, that's it. It just shows you the quality of toys back in the day.
But
doesn't it?
and etiquette from me to just donate that to the ward.
Yeah,
I didn't say it as officially as that, but I think I was just like, I don't want to take him home. You know?
And was it the Ulster?
Can I ask you something?
Corner, yeah.
You did the pod on Monday, which, by
Yes.
the way, that's real friendship,
Thank you. Yeah,
right?
appreciate that.
But then I was like, how did it go? And a lot of people were saying you were just talking about ways to just unalive yourself.
Was
I think
it?
you said you wanted to just drive off a cliff or something.
You and Andrew got pretty. You
No,
drive into
right.
the sea.
I just want to.
With-
Now I am
with-
back on board. I just want to intervene and make sure Davey's
Yeah.
okay.
No, I'm good. My point wasn't that I wanted to. This is the thing. I think people sometimes take things a wee bit too seriously.
Right.
I was saying that when Matilda was a wee baby, the only way to get her to sleep was just to drive down the peninsula. It was every day. I was tired. It was arduous. I was listening to Harry Styles all the time, and it was just a wee bit poetic.
But maybe that's why she wasn't sleeping.
No, well,
watermelon sugar high. Watermelon sugar.
Yeah, but I mean, people need to chill out. I've got my shit in order.
Yeah.
You know
But
what I
were
mean?
you talking about veering off the road, maybe?
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, but people are allowed to have thoughts. Doesn't mean you do it.
Yeah, no, of
Like
course.
sometimes you have thoughts and you go, oh, does anyone ever get this thought where you imagine doing something that makes you, oh?
Yeah.
Like there's a bridge in Edinburgh. Every day I walk the fringe, right? Every day I was walking the fringe.
Every story involves you jumping.
But this is it. But then every time, but I don't know what this phenomenon is.
No,
Everyone has
I know
it.
what you mean.
And you think to yourself, if I wanted, which I don't,
Yes.
I could jump over there and maybe go, whoa.
Yeah.
And like it's scary.
Yeah.
And then it made me go, how many people have thought these weird thoughts and
I think everyone who
to them?
passes over a bridge or something like that, like walks.
But I am
over-
such a health and safety guy. Like I take all the precautions necessary.
If you were going to do it, you would.
Oh no, I
make
wouldn't.
sure you would take all the right.
Yeah, but I wouldn't.
Right.
I wouldn't do that. But I just think, that, yeah, some people need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm sweet. You know,
Yeah.
I'm all good.
Just mean sure.
Cheers
Dave-
for your concern, guys. But
No,
back
people
off.
were messaging me being like, check in with Dave.
Yeah, but guess what? What age is Matilda now? 4. It was 4 years ago. Where were you 4 years ago?
Yeah.
When ages?
Yeah.
You know, fuck you.
You still listen to Big Harry Styles?
But it's not been as good.
Is
since
he
Silent
overrated
Times.
as a solo artist?
You know what? This is a hard one for me. I'm a big fan of him and a big fan of his work. But yeah, I think so. I think like if you just listen to his songs, some of them are grand,
Let's rank
some of them are not.
the top 5 One
Uh-huh.
Direction solo singles.
Oh, well, I mean, Pillow Talk's gonna be up there.
Pillow Talk might be number
I
1.
think so. It's very sexy.
Strip that down.
That you could build a time machine. That's up there too.
Louis
and Steve
Tomlinson,
Aoki.
as sang by a young Chinese
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this is going to sound
Slow
sly.
Hands.
Yeah, which is also a nickname of mine.
Weirdly, you look like an assassin who'd be nicknamed Slow Hands.
Yeah, I do. I'll take that. I
Like, you
think
don't do a lot, but what you do is effective.
I could also be a character in Game of Thrones called Slow Hands.
Yes.
Slow Hands will get you. And he tortures people to death.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good too. I mean, this is sly to say because he's dead and it was really sad. R.I.P. Liam Payne. But I think his solo work wasn't the best, so I wouldn't even have him in the top 5.
Yeah.
Sadly,
You wouldn't have him in the top 5 One Direction members?
no, would I definitely have him in the top 5?
I think that would
Because
be
here's the thing: it is as a member of One Direction, he's probably the most important one. I think. Like, I mean, you could who carries the most of the songs, the most bridges, the most choruses, who sings the most in the One Direction songs?
Harry sings the most.
It's Liam.
Harry sings the most.
Harry and Liam, but Liam does the harder bits. He's a
Right.
better singer than Liam is,
Yeah.
or Harry is.
They're talking about the boys coming back.
Yeah, I mean, which would be so sly.
What for them?
Yeah, but Zayn. Zayn's just a naughty wee boy.
I'll say the same.
Remember Simon Cowell had to chase him and get him to come back because he was a wee bad boy.
Yeah, actually, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want to do this.
Don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And then Simon's like, come back, boy.
Yeah. Simon Cowell is someone I think we could easily do a podcast with. I think we'd have a great time. If we had Simon Cowell and Louis Walsh on the pod, that'd be 10 out of 10.
Louis Walsh is getting out of control. Speaking of
is.
boy bands.
Like, he
Um,
did Nicky Burns' podcast. I saw a clip from it where Nicky, like, because Louis Walsh and Ronan Keating fell out, like, really famously and hate each other. And Nicky's like, you know, if you spoke to Ronan, like, you know, do you think you could figure out your differences? And Louis like, yeah, if he calls me, yeah. And he's like, but would you not call him? He's like, no. And he goes, but Ronan, like, you have to appreciate Ronan's career. He's like, oh, he's very busy. He's always working. He does everything. He'll do anything. And like, Louis he can't behave himself. He can't resist.
But there's a new, I don't know if you've seen, there's a whole like big, like a complete scene now of boy band documentaries coming out, and they're all great. They're all gossipy. I saw
love
one
that.
recently about the 90s boy bands, which was, I don't know if it was on ITV or BBC.
As in,
Brilliant.
it encompassed all of them.
Yeah, a load of them. And then it had
911?
interviews with a lot of them, 911. Like,
You got my body shaking.
you know, it's sly. Whenever they keep going, you have the cute one who did all the singing, and then you just 2 dancers, but then they're like 50 now, and they're
Yes.
like, a bit sore.
Yes.
But there's one about Boyzone coming out.
Yeah.
And Louis Walsh, as the badder and more mischievous he's got, the higher his hair's got.
Right.
So his hair it's just like this now. And it was him and Ronan in the first thing talking about them, and he was like, they got above their station. They started having their own thoughts.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, Louis, you know what I mean?
Do you know
Ronan
when
thought he could sing.
when Louis Walsh was trying to get Simon Cowell to sign Westlife, he auditioned them in London, and Simon was like, yeah, I love them, bar this like fat lead singer guy, which was Shane Filan, who was like maybe like slightly heavier than, but absolutely not fat. He's like, I don't like the fat guy there.
Yeah.
And Louis was like, but Simon, he's brilliant, like he has a great voice, he's great. And Simon's like, nah, I'll take the band but without him. And then Louis went away and was like, what are we gonna do? And they dyed Shane Filan's hair peroxide blonde, brought him back and just didn't say anything to Simon. And Simon's like, this guy's got talent.
But he didn't put him in diet or anything.
Just changed his hair. Dan, can we take a question, please?
Staying with Monday's episode, Naomi says, who knew a clip from Monday would go viral and make so many Americans emotional?
Oh, like, I'm sitting in hospital getting notifications on my phone from YouTube. You and Andrew Ryan have opened a can of political worms.
Oh no!
With your Trump chat. It's funny. Joe, what's funny about it?
Dear,
people
Andrew.
from here being really sly to use about thinking about US politics, but I'm like, they're like, how sad that you care about politics from over. Not realizing that the saddest thing is their comment.
Yes.
You know?
And also I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
Well, you didn't really say anything about Donny,
No.
but Andrew's done himself out.
Yeah.
Imagine Trump loved Andrew.
Yeah.
Cork in the North, I love it. Q Radio.
That would be a lot of fun. And, but then,
This guy loves admin. Oh, he loves it.
but you know, but I had no idea that. But Andrew's
It's
very,
going nuts
very
in the
opinionated.
comment section.
Class. I love comments from people. It's great. Good luck.
What about that? Did you see that comment I put up?
Yeah, I mean, because Fosty sent it to me today and insulted me. I was like, "What? I'm super proud. What are you talking about?" No, I'm actually happy now. But yeah, what was it? What was that about Andrew, or was it about me, or
Was it
about
the F
both?
word or the T word? This
T.
T ruining the podcast.
Yeah. But I just don't like. How annoyed must that a person been to write that? Wow.
It's just funny to call Andrew a Teague.
Yeah. You know what else is really weird about him? Imagine calling him Andy.
Andy Ryan?
Just,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
just
yeah.
Andy.
Well, maybe he rebrands
Andy.
that because Andy is probably more of a, maybe I'm wrong,
A
more of
MAGA guy.
more of a unionist name
Andy.
than Andrew Ryan.
Yes.
Andy Ryan is a little bit more Protestant.
Yes.
So maybe he has to go all in to get this guy back. This guy who keeps just calling him a Teague.
Is it you?
Yes, me on a burner account.
Yeah. No, it's that. That's just funny. I had no idea that it was.
But imagine that
Anyone?
guy writes that, and I direct message that guy who commented on it, and I'm like, bro, thanks for pointing this out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You should write back. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'll round them up now. Let me know any other takes I have in the show, and I'll get them all in a.
What's
I
this
can't.
thing with the Gulf of Mexico? You bring that up on purpose, no?
No, sorry, that was just a whole.
You know
news.
Trump's trying to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? Do you think that's petty, or you think
Yeah,
that's...
Patty. It's the same way as he just like, I want Greenland.
Now,
What?
explain to me more about this. Why does he want Why does he want to buy Greenland?
Because closer to Europe, isn't it?
But what can they do with it?
There's
Resources,
resources there,
oils.
and geographically, the positioning, it's sort of important, especially if the ice caps start to melt.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
You know what I'd do if I was a Greenland guy? I'd just launch an attack on America.
I wonder, do the Mexican people really care about the Gulf of Mexico being called the Gulf of Mexico?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
here's what I would do: pretend to care, and then like be like, "Look, we're really passionate about this, but for 500 billion, we'll let you rename it."
You know what I
'Cause
would
then
do?
they don't care.
I mean, call me like total fucking out of my box kind of guy.
Total out of your box kind of
Yeah,
guy.
Listen, if you say what you want about me and say I'm a radical dude, but I'd rather them not rename the Gulf of Mexico or take over Greenland. Stop having kids shot in school. What about that?
Right.
Might
Yeah,
try that.
yeah, yeah.
That's.
on the list
I
of.
think that's probably more important.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, who am I to say?
Imagine-
And I don't want to talk politics anymore in case I could call it to you.
Imagine
Oh no.
that guy's like,
Yeah.
didn't know Dave was 1-2. Let's go. Yeah, I can't. Part of me finds it funny, but maybe if I lived there, it wouldn't.
Do you know? But here's the
That is
thing.
in the name change thing,
Like,
not kids getting shot.
I find like with politics, so if that's your main thought, like a lot of people can do it.
Laura laughs. All right, Sir Graham.
What is that?
To Cilla Black, not say Laura.
Yeah, but it doesn't, you're doing Stephen Watson voice
No.
and talking like Cilla Black.
Welcome to Blind Date. I'm Cilla Black.
You sound a wee bit like Fern Troyer there as well. Hello, welcome to Blind Date with me, Fern Troyer.
The wee curtain, the wee reveal thing has to be so low to the ground. It goes back. Do you remember that picture? Like, God love Vern Troyer, who's R.I.P.
God love her.
But the actor Vern Troyer was obviously very famously Mini-Me in Austin Powers.
Why are you laughing?
Because they gave him a role called Mini-Me. But Vern Troyer, after Austin Powers, I think, like, kind of came out into work, got the Austin Powers films, probably got quite a lot of money, and then didn't know what to do with it, blew it, blah blah. So towards the end, was just like doing things for money or publicity. And you know the way sometimes celebrities set up pictures for the paparazzi? You know, like, you catch me doing this thing that's clearly staged and we'll split the money. You ever seen the picture of Vern Troyer eating the footlong Subway?
No.
Damn, bring it up.
Is it bigger than him?
Probably the same size.
Oh no. Look, he looks like such a cheeky wee chap too, doesn't he?
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he actually looks like one of the guys out of his 17.
Yeah, down the first one.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no. Why is he looking right down the barrel of the camera as well?
David, look.
Who's his mate? Oh no. Oh no. Look at him. Oh, he's like, look at him, he's a wee cutie.
Who was it picked up the wee guy who was like just a small man because they thought he was a giant?
Mike Tyson in the hospital. Can you get that up, please? It's one of the funniest things ever.
Because Hezbollah can't speak English, so he can't tell him.
But he was kissing him and all. Please. Oh, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
It's a video.
Oh.
He's like shadowboxing Mike Tyson, and Mike picks him up.
Look at him, he starts blowing his tummy and all.
Yeah. But Hezbollah's properly trying to fuck up Mike Tyson there. Throwing him a few shots.
Tyson's taking them, he's just letting them bounce off him.
And then Mike. He's a wee boy. Dave, imagine you picked up my dad and started nuzzling into his neck.
Have you ever heard the footage afterwards when Tyson's talking about it? I thought he was a baby. And you're like, no. It's a 40-year-old dude.
In Russian being like,
yeah.
I'm not a baby. No, I was talking about, I can't remember who else I'm talking about. It was like an award ceremony. And they came up and there was like a wee guy bringing them on. And it was a woman, I think. And she like picked them up. She might have been the boss of Wonder Bra or something like that.
Oh no.
But it was another case of like, and you can clearly see in his face, he's like, I'm not embarrassed while we're up here, but I am like a man. I'm 47.
But that's the funniest thing. Like, people will know that's going to happen. Yeah. And then for banter, I'd be like, oh, look at that wee kid, no?
Yeah.
Give him a hug. He loves hugs.
Yeah.
And then you send him out and just watch it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Vern Troyer. I love the Austin Powers. I remember the first time I went to see Austin Powers was in Dublin Road Cinema when it came out, and I loved it. I think it was 1987.
There's a line in it that still makes me laugh now in the first Austin Powers. It's just so stupid and throwaway. But he's looking for Dr. Evil. And he goes, "Where's Dr. Evil?" And then spots him. There's the bastard. And chases him.
How sexy was Elizabeth Hurley in that?
Oh yeah. Elizabeth Hurley's another dad thing. I think there's women who you only fancy when you become like a dad.
I fancied her since 1987.
But see now, and you know another one, Kylie Minogue. Like I never got it about Kylie, and I had kids, and I'm like, oh Kylie.
And she does that
Dance
Perdue
me,
song.
Yeah, slow.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum. Nah,
Yeah.
I think Danny was sexier than Kylie.
Yeah, but no, just if you just get a photo of Kylie Minogue there, and you'll look at her and go, I really fancy her.
No, we're not just bringing up.
Go ahead.
We're not objectifying women, Dave, in this podcast. But Dan, bring her up. Let's hear Kylie here.
Is that Shane Gillis with Mike Tyson there too?
No.
And Hezbollah. That's so funny. Hezbollah is a full man.
Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, so pretty. What a pretty woman. Fantastic singer-songwriter as well.
Did she write them?
Oh, why? What are you trying to say? She can't write them because she's pretty?
No. But remember Damon Albarn said that about Taylor Swift?
What?
He's like, yeah, but she doesn't write her own music or anything. And then she put out a
Says the guy that
Instagram
wrote
thing.
a song called Beetle Bum.
Yeah, she put out a thing
Criticizing
being
Taylor
like,
Swift.
she was like, mate, I write all my own songs.
And then song 2, woohoo, you shut up, Damon? You fucking idiot.
I didn't know you were a big Swiftie.
No, I. You know what? I'm going to defend her because.
Oh, yeah,
I
but-
guarantee Taylor Swift is far superior songwriter than Damon Albarn or anyone in Blur.
Yeah.
Blur are the most overrated shite in the history of the world. You know,
Then
even
where's
if
this
it's a
coming from?
comparison
Where's this coming from?
to fucking Oasis is a disgrace. Damon Albarn beat up on fucking Song 2 compared to the fucking Love Song. What a tune that is.
Yeah.
And
Love
Bad
Story's
Blood,
even-
Love Story
Story's
even.
better.
Sorry, I'm just so angry I forgot the songs. Shake It Off.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
Blur?
Blur. They don't even sound like a word. Anytime
Lives in
anyone-
a house, a very big house in the country.
Oh, fucking hard. That's hard, isn't it? What other songs do they have? Give me any good Blur.
The Universal.
Park Life. It's not even him saying it. It's that fucking weird Cockney dude.
Lily Allen.
Oh, the people.
Phil Allen.
No, it's not him. It's another dude in it.
Do you like Oasis?
I love Oasis. Yeah. Fucking yeah.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I don't think you're a big Oasis guy.
I really like their music. Why am I not a big Oasis guy?
You said you fucking love Oasis.
No, I love their music. Yeah. I don't. They're not like Neil Diamond to me, but I like them. Love Neil Diamond.
Do you know I used to think Forever in Blue Jeans? Do you know what I thought that was?
The Reverend Blue Jeans.
The Reverend. I think I told you just before. The Reverend Blue Jeans, which sounds like a cool Reverend.
But there's a lot of Neil Diamond songs that I didn't understand. Like,
I don't know any more than those.
but when
I
there's
like Tony Christie.
Tony Christie's good as well, but he's no Neil Diamond.
I did what I did for Maria.
But there's a Neil Diamond song was nothing around but the sound of my heart and your sighs. I thought he was talking about like a fat woman. I was like, that's really disrespectful. Money talks. Great song. Forever in Blue Jeans. The Reverend Blue Jeans. Fat women.
Dag, we have a
Class.
question, please.
Curtis wants to know, how do you feel about Boytown turning 8 this year?
Whoa.
Or sorry, past December.
Whoa.
I mean, what I think is that's
Feels way
impressive
longer than
knowledge. Yeah, I thought Boytown was like 25 years old or something.
Do you remember we couldn't work out why we always need to piss doing episodes, and then if you look back, the thing we have in the middle of us is a giant teapot that's like the size of an astronaut's helmet,
Yeah.
and we just constantly drink tea the whole way
Yeah,
through it.
that was a lot of
Do you
fun.
remember doing the first episode?
In my house in Sydney?
I remember doing them all in your house, but I don't remember specifically being like, this is the first
No, I
episode
remember
of
the first episode. We did it
Was Krampus
upstairs in Ned's. It was like a wee tester. Remember, it was you, me, and one of your mates, and then he didn't want to do it because he had a job and didn't want to be
That's
sacked.
right.
That was the first time we ever did it.
That's right.
I don't think we had a name for it or anything
No.
at that point. But my still one that gets brought up to me a lot is the meat books. I hear that all the time. All the time. And then also some people remind me, oh, sure, you fell asleep in the podcast. But yeah, I fully did.
Yeah,
That was-
mid-sent.
Yeah.
Dave, if you've never seen it, Dave stopped talking for 1 second and then just like old dad guy just went,
Yeah.
Real time it was like this. Yeah, I think they're a pretty cool band. And I went, Dave, are you asleep? And you went, what was it?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Well, they were silly, weren't they?
One of my highlights was when you were talking about the Office creator and you called him Chicky Gervais,
Yeah.
which sounds like the #1 Bollywood guy. Do you like? Could you ever see yourself doing Bollywood?
Oh yeah, I'd love that. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
Do the head. Yeah, that's good.
You didn't see, speaking of I assume is an Indian person, the guy on the viral video this week. It sounds
Should
like
never assume.
it sounds like an Indian accent.
Right.
So I assume they're an Indian person. It
I
could
don't know
be-
what that accent is.
It could be
Do it for me.
an Eastern accent, but there's a viral video going on about someone's farting on a plane. Have you seen this?
No.
Have you seen this? Yeah, and basically it's just this voice comes up and goes, "Can you stop farting? It smells bad. Can you try and get that up, please?" It's so funny. It's one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. Can you get sound on this?
Do you know who that is like meat and drink for? Like when you mention that video, I go, do you know who will have seen it and appreciates it? Fosty.
Yeah. Oh,
Loves it.
can we get volume on this?
Right.
It weirdly looks like Dan sitting.
Oh, headphones.
Do you get them on?
Which one are we looking at, Dave? That one?
Yeah, think it's Foster. You can find it. You're the internet boy. Internet boy, find it.
Don't be afraid to type Indian.
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, definitely don't be afraid of Indian, and definitely spell right. Whoever keeps
Type in
farting
Indian
on
guy
the plane.
playing for it. Another great album. That's a Blur
That
album.
could be an Indian guy's name. I don't know an awful lot about naming people.
What could be?
Plane fart. Man, stop farting on the plane. Yeah, I think that could be it there. Yeah, the one. Do you think
Right.
that's it there? Yes, this is it. Yeah. Hold on. He's taking mine.
There's another pair.
He's got.
That's all right.
It's all right. I've seen it.
I can't hear it.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
One more time.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
By the way, he'd be my number one suspect. Oh, who is that?
That's very good confidence to shout that.
Yeah.
Oh, plane. But do you know what? You can never hear your farts in a plane anyway. So people are probably farting away
That's
thinking
right.
there's no.
Oh, of course.
And then.
Then cabin pressure or something, you know. The Hezbollah in general, it's just funny.
But I mean, I don't know how he's made such a career from it. Is it just because he's a wee small guy from the mountains?
Just loves MMA. He
Yeah.
loves it. What about our boy Paul Hughes? Do you watch Paul Hughes fight?
Yeah, he's a bit mugged.
He was mugged.
But you know what? I think it's one of those ones where, in defeat, he's gained all he's ever wanted is the respect of the
Nah, he wanted the
MMA
belt.
community.
Specifically,
Yeah.
the thing he wants. He's
Yeah.
a single mind.
Yeah,
He just wants the belt.
But
He
he's got
doesn't care about
respect
that.
instead.
He
He's got
just wants the belt.
he's got respect instead.
He doesn't want the respect.
got it.
He wants the belt.
He's been
And he'll get
invited-
it. He'll get
He's
it.
been invited for dinner in Dagestan though, so
Oh, really?
which also sounds like a novel.
That sounds like a trap as well. All
Yeah.
those Nurmagomedov guys.
Yeah, you know what I would do? Why no one's ever slagged these guys before and just gone here, mate.
That's where I think
try and,
Hezbollah's from.
try and grow a mustache.
Who's in that too?
Those Dagestani guys
Oh, because they don't have the joined up bit.
can't grow one, mate.
Yeah.
No, can't do it.
No, I
None
think
of
they
those guys.
can
Nah,
grow it.
They don't.
Can't
Can't do it. Like the Amish, they're another bunch that can't grow a mustache.
Paul was mugged, but I
Yeah.
it'll be unreal if they can have that rematch in Belfast.
But you know what I would do?
I'd like to see you all done up at that.
See
in a
if
big
I
suit
was
and all.
Nurmagomedov, you know
Yeah.
what I'd say? Nah.
Yeah,
Not going to Belfast.
yeah,
I'm a champ. You come to the mountains.
yeah.
See what's happening. In the
Um,
dojo in the mountains with Hezbollah.
Did you watch a fight?
I did. Oh, I didn't see it live, but I watched it afterwards.
It's like Oasis all over again.
Yeah. No, don't get me started on Oasis.
Would you like everyone at the boxing was like, "Oh, Davey should do more like commentary and stuff,"
Yeah.
but will you never do anything about
Hey
it?
man, no one's asked me.
Yeah,
It's not for me to go, hey,
yeah.
let me do more. If anyone wants me to commentate, hey, I'll do it.
But Butler sort of got a weird side gig, being like,
Yeah, which
he's
if you
some
watched
sort of
his
MMA
boxing,
oracle.
if you watched his boxing commentary, you don't know why. Like,
Why?
the
What
hell?
is he-
'Cause he wasn't good.
All right, give me an example. Like, because was he providing the color commentary or like?
He wouldn't stop talking.
Right, because
It's
sometimes
too much.
Sometimes
But
when
I
they-
love you, but it was too much.
when you had a boxer on, was sometimes
Uh-huh.
Butler doing the job that the boxer should have been doing, of being like, here's
He
how
was
he's
doing the
thinking at
job the
minute.
boxer should have been doing, the job I should have been doing, and he was just talking too much about
Right.
everything. He was asking himself questions and answering them.
Davey,
But he
what,
knows a lot about MMA, in fairness.
Yeah.
And
what should
he's
the
a good
next
guy.
comedian's event be? What would you like to see this year?
I mean, I've said it before many times. Naked Attraction's the one I'm going for.
Yeah.
I want to see that. I mean, what I am doing tomorrow, because you have other plans, I'm filling in your void on the touts.
Yes.
Again, I'm making a return. I'm the only returning. I'm forever faithful. I'm
That
going
seems
back.
like so much fun. You
Oh,
loved that last time. So it's what it's,
I've never felt emotion like it.
it's a version of what show?
The Traders.
The Traders.
But
Just tell me what the gist of the Traders is.
the gist
Someone's
of
a liar.
No, you get picked with 3 traders or maybe 2 traders, and basically you have to figure out who the traders are and oust them, and then you split the money with the faithfuls. Or if there's even one trader left right at the end, they get all the money. So the traders are trying to turn people against each other, and it's all very.
Does it ever kick off?
Oh, why? At the round table, it's wild. It's
Why
wild.
people accuse you're the
Yeah, you're a
trader?
trader. You're like, nah, and then people will just
Me?
barefaced lie to your face. Now there was a woman on this.
By the way,
year's-
does it benefit you to seem like you're a trader ever if
No.
you're not a trader?
No, because
Right.
if you're not a trader and you seem like a trader, they'll vote you out.
Right.
You know?
I'd be straight
But
off
now,
that program.
There was a woman. There was a woman in this year's traders called Linda, and she was like the most over the top actor. It was so funny, and she made it quite far considering. But the very first time they picked 3 traders, and then at the round table, Claudia goes traders, and Linda goes like that. And then this guy Jake was like, whenever
I'm such a bad bluffer.
she
That
said
made me-
you're traders, Linda, you fully went, yes. It's like, obviously. But she somehow managed to blag
Should
it
I
with
watch
you.
the trailer? I've
Oh,
never seen it in my life.
It's so brilliant. It is so good. And then when we did the version of it, I wasn't sure how it would translate to, because obviously you don't have
A live
3
gig.
weeks, and but it was unbelievably done. And then like,
I hope they do it again.
but you know who I earned a lot of respect, or who earned my respect, and I will trust forever, Brona Diamond.
Right.
Because we sort of became a bit of a team, And then when the traders saw we were a team, ousted her, killed her.
The traders did?
They killed Brona.
How can they do that?
The traders get together and decide we're going to murder. So basically, right, you get together at the round table every night, everybody, traders and faithfuls, and you put a case to who you think's a traitor, and you vote for who you think's a traitor
Right.
to try and oust them. And then at the end, they go out and go, either I'm a faithful or a traitor.
Right.
And then they say what they are, and then they're heartbroken if they get a faithful, but if they get a traitor, it's the best feeling. But then after that, the traders go up to their wee turret, and then they're in the wee turret, and then they go, we're going to murder somebody. So they tactically try to kill off people to like turn the people.
Surely you'd be suspicious when a small group of people are going away.
But it's secret, you know. No, I had a bit of an issue with that, but I was away a couple of weeks ago on a job and met a guy who's the host of the Hungarian Traders.
Fuck showbiz is some crack in it.
Big shout out to my man Attila, right? And he...
Hun?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm a take. We've been through this. No, he was so I had all the questions about how it
Does
works.
he lead with that when you meet him?
What?
Does he tell you straight
No,
away?
I was talking to him about the traders, and he was like, "Oh, I hosted in Hungary," and I was like, "Spoofer," and then he showed me some stuff, and he did.
Is it high end production?
Oh, aye, it's good, like, and he looks very impressive. He's very slick and suit and all. And it's very. So I was asking, how do they do it? Like, how do the other like, because I thought you could just peek out your window and see who's leaving the digs at night and be like, well, he's a trader, but he's not. It's all very secret. Security are guarding people. You get brought. And
Have they done it in America yet?
Oh, aye. There's a guy. He's a British dude. Hosts it, and I don't know if he's an actor. Or he's just a Alan somebody. I think he's called.
Alan Cummings?
Cummings, yeah, he hosts the American Traders.
He's a bit of a boy, wouldn't he?
Yeah, but then what? Yeah, but what Attila was telling me.
Boy or no?
Yeah, 100% boy. He's a top lad. But what Attila told me was that some of the contestants had to get taken out of the show because of like having near mental episodes because they were so paranoid about the stuff that was going on, and it's so mad. But it's a great show.
So what was your tactic? Say you play it and you're a trader. What can you do to seem less like a trader?
Just be honest.
Right.
But there were certain things that happened in the last one that I think, as a returning forever faithful, I'll be able to sort of weed out the traders. Now I had an idea who would have been the trader, and I was the second last faithful. Willie T was the last faithful, but I thought it was between him and
Willie T.
who were
No one looks more like a trader than Willie. Like every historical trader looks like Willie T.
Yeah, but the traders were, and people I'll never trust again. Amory Wallace, David Doherty Jeb, by the way, because he was a filthy player, and then McKegney.
Why are people filthy? Again, I don't understand the show. So tell me what a trader can do.
David,
where you go, oh no.
David DDJ, who I love, by the way, but after this, the trust is broken. He played it like such an honest face. He was so reassuring. He was like a wee mother goose, but all along he was deceiving us. And how I knew he was a traitor was at the end of the game, you had to get to, do you want to end the game? Which is when you think everybody is a faithful, and then, or do you want to play again, or do you want to banish again? I went round and I said, I want to end the game maybe, but then, no, he said play again first. And I was like, you rat. You rat, I knew. And then there was 3-2, so I got voted out, and then Willie got voted out, and the traders obviously won. But it was actually down to the last 4 because Anne-Marie got voted out.
If you could play a rebooted... No, here's a better question. TV execs come up to you, your Hungarian mate Attila comes up to you, and he's like, bastard. You're
wow.
He goes, I told some people in Hungary about you, they've looked you up. Right? They've looked up your stuff and they love it. All your back catalogue, they love it.
Yeah.
He's like, Jim North bastard, they love it. Your Jim owner character, they love it. Beansy Nordy Shore, he's like, bastard, they love it. He says,
if he sees it,
get on this call with this top exec from Hungarian TV. Guy's like, hello, is that Davey? You be you.
Yes, bastard.
He goes, yes, bastard. They want you to, because they have not many TV shows there, right? They want you to reboot a UK TV show in Hungary. Ooh. He's like, blank checkbook, it's your show. What do you want it to be?
See, if you had asked me a few years ago, I'd have said Gladiators.
He's asking you now.
But I would have said Gladiators.
He goes, bastard, it's present time, bastard.
No, Bullseye. It's good fun, isn't it? It's defunct, is it? Done.
Yeah, they tried to bring it back.
I did really like Big Break, but that's part of my thing. I bring back Jim Davison as
you
well.
look like Me and you in 10 years are going to look like Jim Davidson, that big fella who...
Virgo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
But
John Virgo.
I would insist it's a TV comeback for Jim Davidson, and he has to host it in Hungary, just to see what he's got up his sleeve. Be a lot of fun. And then Stephen Lee, you know the snooker player who got banned for match fixing?
Yeah.
He
By
would
the
be
way,
the Virgo.
You're the laziest snooker player I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, Stephen Lee.
I
Didn't ask you, mate.
Fear Factor looked like so much fun.
Oh, because Joe Rogan. Why don't you just marry Joe Rogan, mate? Why don't you just move out to Texas and marry him? Fear Factor would be terrible.
I'm not a JRKA. I'm not a Joe
Yeah.
Rogan kiss ass.
That's a KA, mate.
What?
A JRKA, not
That's
a
what I said.
JRK. A Joe Rogan kiss ass.
Do
you love him? Do you think if you met him, would you bow down and kiss his feet?
No.
So come on,
No.
ring him.
Yeah. No, I'd pleasantly chat to him.
But what
I'd be so lost if I
but
did his
what show
podcast
do
and he
you
brought up
think-
anything intellectual.
What show do you think? But then he's not that smart a guy either. He just thinks he is. If you and then he's like, man, I'm on mushrooms. You'd be like, I did edibles. It's all good.
Yeah.
What do you think would be the show you would be the best host of? So not necessarily the show you want to bring back, but you think I would do a great job at that.
Blind date.
I could see you doing that. In fact, there's the show for you to bring back. You'd be great at that.
I think I could have a lot of fun.
What about that? There's a comedians event, but not even. You could do it with the podcast listeners, the Patreons. Bring some of the single ones up and do a blind date.
That could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We don't have the public liability to cover what could happen in that situation.
But you know what could happen?
Why? What do you mean? When the screen comes back, or do you mean like if people
After the show, what happens? Would we still be liable?
No. Once it leaves the studio, it's whatever, Dan.
Yeah.
This is Dan's way of being like, I need to be in the bedroom if anything happens between these contestants.
Yeah.
Down there with a hard hat on.
Yeah. But it's like there's that film
And nothing
wasn't it,
else.
about the dating
We
game
hard hat
killer?
over his penis.
Oh, he never wears protection on that thing. But the dating game killer. Have you seen that? There's a movie out about that guy.
No.
And he went on this dating show, and then basically he was just a serial killer. He was a horrible guy. Yeah.
But was he like fun on the show?
Yeah, but
That's
then
the thing with those guys. A lot of them are disarming.
Anna Kendrick did. She I think she wrote and directed it. It's on Netflix. It's a good film. It's pretty like it makes you uncomfortable as it should.
Serial killer film?
Yeah, but you know sometimes they make serial killers be like, oh look at him. Like girls love to be like, oh Jeffrey Dahmer now.
Yeah.
So and you're like, he's gay anyway. Wouldn't be interested in you, and also dead.
Yeah.
And it eats people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of problems here. A lot of
Yeah.
red flags with Jeffrey.
Yeah.
You know,
Gay and dead.
Gay and
Nice
dead. Yeah, he's not going to be cutting you up.
Blind.
putting-
I'd have some. I'd love to
fridge.
do blind date.
Blind date would be a lot of fun.
Do you know what blind date? Hosting blind date is a lot of facial expressions, I guess, to the audience.
Yeah, you know what else you'd be good at? You could be 2025's Barrymore, because he was the king.
Hey,
of Saturday Night TV.
Hey, gonna take
Yeah.
that title, throw it right back
Uh-huh.
at you. You keep it. I'm not
Yeah.
looking to be 2025's Barrymore.
But you know, if separate the artist from the art,
Yeah.
Barrymore.
Separate the artist from the art.
Yeah, but Barrymore was.
You want me to host
He was
Barry?
hilarious.
You want me to host Barrymore's pool party?
No, that's distasteful. Shane. No, what is his show's called? Barrymore Strike It Lucky.
Yes.
You could do Shane Todd Strike It Lucky.
Shit, touch, strike it lucky.
Yeah, Shane Todd Strike It Lucky. You
I don't
could
even
have
know that show.
the Generation Game with Shane
Don't
Todd.
really know it.
But he was very
Family
good at that.
Fortunes is fun.
Yeah. Catchphrase, would you do that? It was good fun too if you see it said.
Yeah, I don't know if the buzz would be there for it coming back.
Yeah.
I think Roy did it so well.
But it's hard. House
That's
party.
right.
Shane Todd's house party.
What's that?
By the way, Roy Walker, I'm coming for you. Just
Whoa.
calling him out here. Yeah.
Why?
Because when I met him last year, he's like, why are all comedians fat nowadays? I looked around the room, I'm like, well, why are they all old?
You're wondering, is it some kind of catchphrase thing? He's like,
Yeah.
no, you're fat.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, Roy.
I think it's disrespectful. But no, by the way,
Was he calling you Mr. Chips?
no. I actually do look a bit like Mr.
You do
Chips.
look
I
like a
could,
bit
you
like
could,
Mr. Chips.
if you bring back
And you're just
catchphrase,
doing the thing?
I'll paint myself yellow with a wee red nose.
Why
and
was
be
Roy
Mr.
Slidey?
Chips. I don't know. It was a bit out of order.
You met him for the first time.
Yeah.
And he said, hello,
Why
Dave,
are,
this
all,
is Roy.
why are all comedians fat nowadays? I'm like, because of you, brother. You laid the foundation so we could eat.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I kissed him.
Yeah. I
But by the way, he's playing in the Grand Opera House on Saturday night. Roy Walker, Jimmy Cricket, Gene Fitzpatrick, Adrian
No.
Walsh.
This
comedians.
Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday. I'm going to go to that. Love it.
There's an outside chance. I'll go with you to that. An outside
Okay.
chance.
Well, it's great.
Now, I think this might have happened before where I said that
Uh-huh.
and then someone else in this room, our mystery guest, went with you instead. Is that right?
No, he cancelled on me as well.
Did he?
Yeah, RB.
What's that?
Rat bastard.
Rat bastard.
But my friend Sean Haggerty went with me. So
You
we're alright.
became friends with a lot of older comedians.
Well, not Roy Walker. but,
Yeah.
Adrian Walsh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good friends.
So
with
you're
him,
like
nice
the
guy.
youngest guy in that scene.
Yeah, but I mean, I
Does that
respect
feel like
them.
your scene?
I respect them.
Yeah.
You know, I like them. Now, and I think it's
You're in the old
important.
guy comic circuit?
But you know what? Yeah, well, I did tour support with Tim McGarry. It was
Yeah.
a great privilege, a different audience. You know, we're not all walking up on stage to that audience being like, man, I'm in my fields, I'm not feeling the vibes. I've got cortisone in my brain and all.
That's an awful
Shut
Tim
up.
impression.
But that's what nowadays I'm going out being like, do you remember that Tiggs and that fucking... And loving
And
it.
I love it.
But it's a bit of mixing it. Because nowadays I feel like a lot of the stuff the young kids listen to, I'm like, oh, snore off and get a life.
Hey,
Have
man,
some troubles, mate.
I've been doing student union gigs all week, and
Oh.
I don't know young people. I genuinely asked them if
If
they
you're
did
a guy-
parkour last night.
Like you dip into the the youth, like you still keep your finger in the youth. Like you like to be like this hot guy, even though you're near 40 and it's getting a bit weird. But you're like, you love it when 17-year-old girls come watching all because it's weird. But you know, so you'll be the student union being like,
Yeah.
you know, whereas
What am I?
I'm
Sorry,
there,
one more
I'm
time.
in the
Down
home
to the camera. I'm in the union. Yeah.
in the union,
Yeah.
being like, man, do you remember the Key Stage 3? You know, and I'm there just with talking to old people
what's
about
crazy?
peeing and dribbling and all.
Do you know what's crazy? The references that you think they'll get
Uh-huh.
that they have no idea of.
Yeah.
They don't know what we're talking about. They have no idea.
No.
We're
Well, give me
old
something
guys.
you think the kids still love.
I was I genuinely was like, what?
Drake.
I
You
was
love
like,
Drake.
well, I know the thing they're big into,
Uh-huh.
eating ass.
Well, okay.
So I said that. I went, what
Uh-huh.
he is like, that's what you guys love. And then a lot of them were just busy in the audience being like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now these are 18, 19-year-olds, but they love it.
But what's the next move after eating ass? Like what goes? What's
Brush
the
your
next?
teeth.
What do people do next? But what's the next like
Dessert?
The thing. But that would have anything put you off your ice cream. You know, speaking of fancying Kylie Minogue, that's another thing you do when you hit that eat rum and raisin ice cream. Like,
Yeah.
But I don't know, like if eating ass is the big thing now, what's the next thing going to be?
Oh, you're right, right. I
you
understand.
know, it's going to be because it gets like I remember whenever I like fingering was our thing, and then there must have been
Me
something.
and you.
But that was big when we were kids, and then there must have been something
Kids?
next 69 and going on maybe, and then if,
Oh no, 69 and predated that.
you think so?
No, sorry, you're right.
Because it used to be holding hands,
Fingering,
then it was
69.
kissing on the neck. Mwah.
Yeah. Hickeys?
Fingering.
Hickeys?
That was maybe
Hickeys
yeah.
were before fingering.
Yeah. Then you went to fingering, but that could just be us getting older and being able to do that. It'd be weird if you started the finger and ended hickeys. Hard to.
Yeah.
So what's going to be next? Probably just being fully shat on or boked on or something.
Yeah.
What turns me on?
Well, feet has become a big thing.
But feet was I think feet was before ass. Alan? Feet before ass? Yeah, I think so.
Maybe like could the ear come into it a bit more? Is this the year of the ear?
Yeah, the year. But then, like, if you were,
Genitals in the ear?
I mean, because
Sorry, I'm doing catchphrase.
but that's
That's
enough.
right.
Like, but balls aren't nice. Like people think
But-
playing with ball. No,
That could be something.
putting balls into things. Ooh.
Putting the balls in instead of the
But then I think people are like nowadays, the kids of today are subjected to so much anything in the like nothing shocks them, surprises them.
Yes.
I remember in our day, Channel 5, the movie on Friday night, softcore, that's all you needed. The excitement was in your mind.
Yeah.
Now these kids don't have minds anymore. They're all AI. They're all Elon Musk wired to the brain.
Yeah.
Nothing will excite them anymore. What's
Yeah.
going to be? Mutilation.
It'll be something to do with eyes or ears.
Oh.
Yeah. It'll be
Like it.
eyes.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know.
lick an eyeball.
So like whenever you talk about eating ass, they're like, shut up, old man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you not? You fucking
Loser.
weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what was big in our day too? Dingleberries. They don't talk about that anymore. You know what I mean? If you're eating ass with dingleberries, gross.
45 a day.
Yeah. What do you prefer? Blue, rasp, or dingle?
As we take a little 5-minute break, can we just ask people watching to write in the comment section what will be the big sex thing in 2025? Let us know. We're going to take a 5-minute break,
comments.
and then we will be back with another guest joining us on the couch.
How did the big shows go?
Unreal. 2 of the best nights of my career. Crowd were amazing. Venue perfect. We Nando's. Unreal.
What's your plan for next year? Going bigger and better?
Next year I'm just going to relax with a big cup of tea.
The tunnel full of Jewish people.
Yep.
Sir,
In New York, between synagogues. Is that right? That's what they're saying.
what are they doing down there?
Well, I was hearing that it might have been during COVID they built them so they could move around.
They literally
COVID,
sent
we've got a
loads of
code 3 too.
police to fill it up, like to go
And then they
into
had a
the
Royal
tunnel.
Rumble.
That's literally
The boys kicked off big
That's the
style.
plot to the 3rd Batman. It is. That's the
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises.
It is.
Yeah.
Batman's down there with a wee Palestinian cape, like roundhouse kicking juice.
You'd have some crack though, like if you were in that tunnel, like you and all the boys in the
Oh, the
tunnel
boys.
popping off.
It isn't until the big Jewish bean comes out. Shalom, Batman.
You said Shimon. Shimon, Batman. Folks, this episode of the Daily Brew is proudly sponsored by Magic Mind and their mental performance shot. And that's what it's called. I don't mean like this is mental. I mean it's for your mental state of mind. Focus, clarity, a sharper mind, less stress, clean energy. It's not a replacement for coffee. You know? Oh, here it is, Dan. This is it. We have the
spot.
package in hand. I'm ripping. Oh, that aesthetically, that's nice to open. What did you not like about that?
You didn't rip it evenly.
Oh, I know, but I was just so keen to get to it. Look at these little, this is like shots, and we think of shots as a negative thing, alcoholic shots. Not this bad boy here. Magic Mind. You shake it, you breathe it, and you drink, and you take it alongside your morning caffeine. Benefits build with daily use. Best served chilled. How cool is this? Bottled in Venice Beach, California. That's exotic. This thing is absolutely great. It has matcha in it. It has honey in it. It has nootropics.
Yeah, good for your brain.
It has nootropics and ashwagandha.
Yeah.
Turmeric, decrease stress and inflammation. There's loads of great stuff in these little handy shots that you could just take every day with your coffee when you start your routine. The link for that is in the description, but you can get 45% off the Magic Mind bundle with this link. magicmind.com/tjan, as in January, not your granny's friend. Tjan, Jan. The link for all that is in the description.
My car got egged the other week driving through Dundonald.
Got egg?
Got egged.
I didn't know they were still doing that.
Oh yeah, it's coming
Price
back.
eggs nowadays.
I know.
Did you see them do it?
I was driving, so
Yeah.
they pulled up beside me. It was like, you know how they got?
Oh, from another car?
Yeah, that's how they got pack. They just like pulled up, egged it, and my wee neck went down.
Oh no.
Drove after them.
Where did it hit your car? Window, door?
Windows and door along the right side. Can't get those stains out. So my neck's in.
Yeah.
Driving, went up toward them, pulled up beside them, rolled down the window. They rolled down the window, just 3 more eggs at my car, and I was like, I deserve it. Because what am I gonna beat the out of 5 kids? Once I rolled up, I was like, I've no plan of action. I've no veg in the car. I can hit you with a bag of Space Raiders that's under the seat.
Good bit you come up with 3 seconds before you go on stage.
Aye.
You went, that'll kill. It didn't kill. Then I was wearing too many layers, and that really got in my head.
Lures?
Like layers.
You said lures like that's where you keep people. Had 4 fritzels on me.
Is he still going?
Is he still alive?
I thought you meant, is he still at it?
Here, if you give him a chance.
Yeah.
Hello.
I wonder if he was in jail and he's like, oh, this is actually quite nasty. I should have done this. yeah. This isn't
Do you
fun.
think he just had time to reflect? And he's like, I was out of
He bent
order.
over to pick the soap up and just was like, oh, what have you done? You were related to them, I know. Oh, Joseph.
He just
Enough about the plight of the fritzels. What about your wee show?
yeah, they're doing well now.
Aye.
Oh, big money on them?
Now they're going to talk.
This episode of the Daily Brew is sponsored by none other than our beautiful, sculpted, smooth friends at Manscaped. You know by now that Manscaped is the #1 in men's below the belt grooming. Here's how good Manscaped are. I don't even know of any other companies that do men's below the belt grooming. I can't name you one.
There
They're
aren't
probably
any.
trying it, but they're
No
not
more.
Manscaped. That's what it is. Manscaped, you know by now they have a massive range of products. Some of them are behind me. They're for your bits, your bobs, your everything in between. Start the new year right. Use code T with me for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped products. Link is in the description. Check out their website. See what they have. It's a great gift for someone or yourself. Did you see Will Smith at Coachella?
Yeah.
He was good.
He's a good rapper. Like.
Sort of makes up for the...
That's funny. Looking back, that's funny. Don't disrespect a man's bald wife.
Wouldn't...
I know she sleeps with all of my son's friends, but she is a princess. Imagine him sleeping for your mate and he's like, you pause that game, I'm going to go tank your man here and then be back real quick.
You think Big Willie's ever getting in there just for a poop? I think he'd find reasons to come into the room and all.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, he's good for water.
Yeah.
Ordering Chinese here, just want it.
I've blue lights paused here. Do you want me to watch it on or what?
I forgot why I came in here.
No worries. Let me know. I love you. Let me know when you're done. Sure.
I wish you weren't doing this. I'll see you later.
I'm sticking on Goujons here if everyone wants it. Never done that position for me. Okay, see you later. Right, no worries. Let me know. I'm just doing a clean. It's the mother of my children.
I know. The Rock has his own tequila. Kendall Jenner has her own tequila. Even my close personal friend Kevin Hart has his own tequila. So it makes sense that off the back of the success of the Tea With Me podcast that we launch our very own tea. Like my father before me, I'm a tea bagging enthusiast. I want to give a shout out to the existing players of the tea game who think you got it sewn up. Let me tell you boys, game's about to change. We've teamed up with local tea brand Suki Tea. Sippers, get ready. Guys, just clarify, this is a real thing that we're doing. Like, it's not a sketch. We really are launching our own tea and we've pumped a lot of money into it. So, support us. Please God.
I've seen every Star Wars and I don't like a single one of them.
Why do you keep watching them?
The lightsaber's cool. I'll watch it for
Of
the
course you
lightsaber.
like somebody spinning a stick around.
Yeah, it's class.
Zoom, zoom, zoom,
That's
zoom,
brilliant.
zoom,
I'm
zoom.
cheering for the Empire. Like 30 rebel bastards. And then see at the end, after they've killed Darth Vader and they have a big fela in the forest.
Aye.
I hate that.
Right, no, he does go with his sister.
Please.
Typical Fenian.
Hey, that's a slur. Guys, welcome back to this live episode of the Tea With Me podcast. We're here all week ahead of SSE on the 23rd of May. It's a Friday night, baby. SSE, bigger, better, brasher, brazzers.
Blacked.
What?
Black.com. I don't know. I thought we're just naming porn.
Blacks.com.
Black?
Oh, he said browsers.
Yeah, but you just say
I thought you were talking
black.com?
about
Blacks.com. The
Blacks? That's
This is a terrible
Well,
start.
Alan, Blacks is an outdoor pursuit shop.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, that's what I meant then.
Are you a porno guy?
What the fuck, dude?
No, I'm really not, actually. I'm
Alan,
really not.
Alan,
Oh.
you 100% look like a guy who pays premium on multiple websites.
I really don't, actually. I'm
Porny guy?
In fact, I've got good imagination.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I'll write stories and then just jack to
Sorry, Google just came up on the TV there and I thought he was going to type in black.com. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Why, what's wrong with it?
Well, what,
Yeah. Alan's only into white.com.
Oh, no. Elon over here, goodness me.
money in the door.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Irwin.
Hello.
Alan,
done
can I say
anything yet.
something?
Pardon?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I like your outfit. I think you look radiant.
Thanks. I don't know
Your
what
beard
that means.
looks good. Your glasses look good. You look like you're about to give a keynote at a startup.
Oh yeah, like I'm like, here's something you're going to invest loads of money in, and it's going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to Mexico with 50 million.
Black.com.
It's the next big thing. Like it's the current big thing, if you know what I mean.
Look like the guy. You look like the guy that would actually be like part owner of Black.com. You're like, oh, well,
Yes.
that's quite a surprise. But that's not like the
Like,
look.
Yeah.
you know, I'm just I'm like a dragon's
I've turned my passion into a career. Join me.
Can I ask what kind of things you see on Black.com?
Fleeces, beanies.
I'd say beanies, all right.
The kind of thing you see,
absolutely battered apart beanies.
the kind of thing you'd see on browsers, but just one category essentially.
Right. Okay. And what sort of category are you into other than Black?
I'm not really. This is the thing. Genuine. I know I have the look of a masturbator, but like I really am. I'm not into porn at all.
Saying that you're just looking to let loose, have a wee chill. What sort of?
Am I
things
really going to talk about this?
Yeah.
This is good. If anybody from work sees this, now go to the office. Like, all right, now you know what I want to.
Be like, Alan, we need to talk to you about your internet history here. You told us Black.com was where you buy your fleeces. No.
Like, I'm currently on my lunch. I have to go back. If anybody's watching this and they're like, there he is, the man who loves black.com. Like, can you shut up now? I'm doing a presentation.
Yeah, but what do you like to think of? You say you got a good imagination. Things that have happened or things that could happen. Do you know what I mean?
A bit of both. Why not? You know what I mean? That's,
Or you can remix memories
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
you know?
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Remix.
You probably put Missy Elliott into it or whatever you would like. Dan, what do people think is going? Oh, Alan, I'll ask you first of all. Sorry, this started sexual.
No.
It won't be like that for the rest until 1 o'clock. But what I'm saying is, what can you see being the next big thing?
See, this feels like it's toning it down, but I'm going to say, I don't know what the term for this is. Fuck.
Spit it out.
Bum wanking. So like, you know, no, you know, like you not. Oh Jesus God! My poor mother's watching me. Like,
What, when you're bum wanking?
oh, actually, I suppose that too. So I shouldn't, you know, no, like,
Alan, I've always wanted to ask, what is bum wanking?
like using. Oh God.
Just come on, man.
Using the bum as like a hand, like the curve, like the crack of the bum, like the between the cheeks. So you're not going in or anything. But you're just like kind of
To yourself?
No, to somebody else. You've got right. So hypothetically, you and me are going to bum wank, right?
Oh, so like.
By
a
the way,
tit
that
wank.
image is outlawed under the Geneva
Right, okay.
Convention against War
So
Crimes,
like a
right?
tit wank.
Like a tit wank,
I
but with the
thought you
bum
meant-
crack.
I thought you meant wanking your own bum.
How do you do that? What are you grabbing?
Like, I don't know, like flicking your bum hole or something. I don't know, like putting stuff in your own bum.
I've only been here for 5 fucking minutes. What has happened?
So you're saying, yes, so like a tit wank.
But with the bum.
Right.
And is it going to be like all the different? Well, I mean, you can't.
I mean, I don't want to
it
be a
can't
freak, but I'd recommend
It
it.
can't be a lesbian thing, really. But so you
I
think
could,
it's-
but you'd no. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd not get into. It'd be
So
difficult.
it'd be more. Do you reckon it's a heterosexual thing or a gay thing or a bit of both? Or
Maybe a bit of both. Why not?
would you incorporate anything with that? Like,
Well, if you could get a few,
lubricants?
you could do it in a wee run. Like if it was a gay thing, you have like 5, like back to back.
But what?
Guy at the back's not having a
Oh,
good time.
here's what you could do.
I got the front, rather.
If you lined it up properly. Slip and slide kind of thing. If you lined all the boys up, you could slide from 1 through 5. If you were pushed, you'd need
Yeah, you
another
could.
2 guys.
What, like a fucking
pushing you?
You need
like,
someone to pull you.
like a gay Cool Runnings.
like a human spunkipede? Like what do you think?
Yeah.
Like a knob sleigh.
Cool moment.
yeah.
No,
Here, Jamaica's writing good at that actually.
on black.com.
Also wouldn't need pushed. Yeah, I could see bum wank being big. I quite
Especially
like
if it's a big bum.
But then what's to stop you just wanting to put it into the bum.
Well, Dave, I don't know about you, but
Then
me
it goes
wanting
against the
isn't
bum
enough
wank.
for it to happen. They also have to want it to happen.
Dave,
you
that
can't
goes-
just go, well, I want to put it in. so
Dave,
it
that
cracks
goes
right
against
on.
what it was.
You,
bum
you
wank.
can't just bum wank if they don't want you to do that either. That's equally as
That's
weird.
what Alan said.
But I could see a scenario where somebody's like, you can bum wank me, but you can't bum me.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Well, then I would be like, okay, that's fair enough. But
But
if
the way
they're
you'd implied that
oh
you
no,
wouldn't.
no. I just imagine if
Would
you're
you do that thing? You'd be that bastard does the thing. It's like, oh, it's fine, and then you'd be off with her for about 2 days. I know.
Yeah.
yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm gonna go to the traditional bum wank. Sticking things up my bum and all.
It's fucking lunchtime. This is.
Oh yeah. And Daddy's hungry.
Please never call yourself daddy. Honest to God.
What about you know? What
I
he
thought
hates?
2025 was the year of the snake, not the bum wank.
You know what he hates? He hates the voice we do.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate
So
it.
I'll send a voice note and I'll be like, "Hey, Daddy."
You don't like it?
No, you'll do like 2 minutes of normal chat, and in the middle go, "Oh, daddy." I was like, "Oh."
Give us your best. Ooh, Daddy.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm leaving. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I was here for black.com and bumwanking, but I'm not here for that boy.
Dan, hit us with what suggestions people think are going to be big this year.
Very few things have come in.
frigid.
Ghost sex is one thing that's come in. They haven't explained it. But
Right. 100% can see this being a thing. If
Ghost
it's not
sex.
already. Yep.
Oh, there are people that have sex with ghosts.
Dan Leaf.
What?
Dan Leaf has a whole song about that.
But he doesn't actually. He doesn't claim it in real life.
Well,
does
if
he?
he's got the inspiration to write the song
Yeah.
for it.
I think that just started as an excuse for ectoplasm. You know, you were like, I was a ghost in here riding me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a great excuse.
But do you think it's like a specific ghost of someone sexy who's died, or do you think it's just a
Oh no,
ghost?
I think it's just a generic sexy ghost that lives in your house. You know, like a Victorian ghost.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, you've just got a petticoat on. You know, you're like,
Yeah,
I don't know why
yeah,
I think that's horny, but
yeah.
But
Yeah,
then,
it's definitely a
what
swerve
do you,
from you.
what do you actually though? You're not getting any friction or anything.
No.
Well,
So
also it's
difficult.
literally not happening.
So are you
Depends
just
what way
lying
you-
there with an erection going,
Yeah.
and nothing's touching you?
Hold on, were you the ghost or the guy there?
Pardon? I'm the guy, or the ghost when he lands on it. Oh no! But then a ghost can just pass through walls, so surely it can pass through
Penises.
penises.
Can ghosts pick things up?
I don't know. Ghosts are a bit scary.
Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Move my cock
Ah.
just slightly to there, and then back, and then slightly to there, and then
Yeah.
back, and then slightly.
Poltergeist. Yeah.
Poltergeist.
Yep. There you go.
Dan,
Maybe
like
that's
that?
what you could.
Poltergeist is
So
all I've
see if
got.
you're lying in bed and you feel like a tickle in your bum cheeks, you'll know you're giving a bum job to a ghost.
Bum wank.
No,
A
you'd
bum wank,
be
sorry.
you'd be receiving a bum wank from a ghost.
Oh yeah. So no. So you aren't the receiver, are you? Like, because you're not getting anything out of
No,
the
if
bum
I feel a
wank.
tickle in my bum cheeks, then I'm the receiver.
Yeah, but you're not getting anything from the bum wank, are you?
Yeah.
You know what, Dave? I'm not such a selfish lover. I can do things that just in the moment aren't about me.
Oh well, you're not my kind of guy then, are you?
But
Wow.
he'd be having fun.
Yeah.
You're probably
would it
not
be
getting that
tickly?
sensation you're talking about, but
Right.
he'd be having
If I
fun.
stand up, can you rub your finger on my bum cheek just so I can feel what the sensation
There
is
is
like?
absolutely no world in which that's going to
Alan,
happen.
Okay.
just pretend you're a ghost.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be. Dan, anything else?
Jay says armpit wanks.
That's been around for a while.
Yeah. And
No,
I have
what?
a-
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's a thing. It's a thing.
yeah.
Armpit, no, not for me, thankfully, but for armpit and knee, that's very much like
I've heard-
hardcore Christian teenagers. You know, it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
sexual because it doesn't involve the meshing of genitals.
Come here, let me tell you something. I used to work with a guy. I told this on the pod a long time ago. I used to work with a guy ages ago, and he was telling me that he was dating a Christian, and he was a little bit of a Christian himself. And he's like, yeah, he's like, she's not we're probably like 17 at the time. He goes, she won't let me like, have sex with her. Like she's just not up for that.
So sly in that.
And I was like, all right, yeah, just want to wait after marriage. He's like, yeah, and I was like, that's a bit of a nightmare. He goes, yeah, he's like, she'll only let me do like that's it. And I was like,
Because the bum wank hadn't been invented yet.
but he was making out like
That's normal.
we just hold hands.
I have heard of that,
right?
but like,
But surely God doesn't. But he don't want you doing that. Like,
nah, God's not real anyway.
what the fuck, Alan?
So hold on, Alan.
Alan, take it back.
All right, he's real. If you believe in him.
Oh, Israel.
Like,
Don't start that, Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
God, no,
Who is
no.
it? If you believe in him, he's real. Who's that?
Alan,
Drop Dead Fred.
Alan,
Yeah.
you look like a youth minister who's gone rogue and gone off a reservation. Started
I know.
a
I've started
podcast.
wearing jumpers.
Yeah,
and all,
you've started
you know.
a
You know
podcast.
what this actually looks like? It looks like you are two youth pastors and I'm an ex-paramilitary.
Yeah,
And you got
yeah,
links
yeah,
on
yeah.
part of the
Let me
flop now.
talk to you about the danger of drugs.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried a bum wank, sir?
Good Lord, no.
But so, let me get this straight. They're saying that they have anal sex,
But because
Yeah.
they can't have P and V.
but then you allowed to have boobs involved as well, or just no?
I'd
So
say
that-
so.
I'd
In for a
say so,
penny, like.
yeah.
I don't think I would be too keen on that. Anal sex. I wouldn't fancy it.
Right.
Yeah, just
Right, thanks, Dave.
yeah. All right. Anyway,
So, Alan, you been doing any gigs recently, or
Not really. Actually, I've had about 3 weeks off. It was great. Did nothing.
apart from wank.
you have a big year coming up?
Big year.
Did you talk about that in your act? Can I talk about
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Alan Irwin is going to be Daddy. He's literally going to be Daddy. And I hope your child has that affliction in their voice where they do say that.
Well, they sound like a 30-year-old
Daddy.
I love you, Zaddy.
You're joining the Daddy Club.
I'm joining the daddy club, but not that club. We're not doing that. Oh, maybe that's the thing that's unlocked through fatherhood.
It
You do
is.
that voice.
Yeah, that's why I think that's why you're dressing cool. I think you're going to be. People are going to try and put you in that naff dad category, so you're resisting it by just.
I don't know if I am dressing cool. I'm just wearing white socks. That's it.
You look good.
Thanks, Shane. I appreciate that. Yeah. Baby's due end of May. It's all happening.
Baby's due in the enemy.
What was that?
Do you love it? Like
The baby or yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
the whole concept of it, like do you love
Yeah, I mean, I think I've got dad energy, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and we're having a girl, and I feel like girl dad energy as
it?
well.
Are you
know?
reading any books or anything about it, or
I have a book that's sitting
it's Mein Kampf?
unloved and on right. Hey, here, come on now, what a read, what a page turner. I've actually got the illustrated version to read to the baby, but yeah, I haven't actually started the book. It is there, but I read quick. I'll polish that off whenever Broda's in labour.
Do you do anything like? Do you talk to the bump?
Yeah, although I thought that I would find that very natural, but I really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very well.
Imagine you heard a voice back from the other side.
Thanks, Daddy.
Oh, if we could do that, that'd be so funny. If I could plan with Brona, just hide under your bed. Hello,
Middle of the night.
See, I would like. I like the idea of you. Fuck's sake! Of maybe you getting, you know, one of those teddies when you squeeze the hand that like says the voice of somebody who's died or something, and you just change it to that.
That'd be really good. I'm gonna get you that as a gift. Hey, Sandy.
What sort of dad do you think you'd be?
I think I'd be.
You'd be a pushover, or would you be a stern guy?
I think I'm going to be. I'm going to be the not fun parent. I can already feel it. You know, I'm quite an anxious person, so you know that manifests in no, do it the way I ask.
Yeah.
Respect's very important.
I do think respect's important. Manners are a big thing as well.
Oh,
Manners are.
I'm very big on my manners.
That was a joke based on. Sorry, that was a great.
Yeah, no, I'm very big on my manners for the kids. I don't let them leave the table until both of them have finished and they've asked to leave the table.
Yeah,
Things like
that's
that.
good. Yeah, that's.
What if it's way too much food?
Well, then they just until both of them have agreed they've eaten enough.
Oh, here, let me ask you this:
That's fair.
screens at the table?
No,
Yeah,
not
good.
the table.
Well.
If it's one on their own, I'll let them
Right, but
watch
the
a
two of them
tablet. Yeah.
You say screens? Do you mean like iPad?
tablet watching YouTube
Right.
or watching.
See, out at a restaurant.
Black.com.
Yeah, out is different. I think.
Not against it, but it can't be like
Uh-huh.
you're not sitting like this the whole meal. If like we're all eating, there's load going on in the restaurant. I'll put a screen on, like on a phone, and I can sit on the table, and you can sort of glance at it. But like you've got to be sociable with everyone. But like there's sometimes where you literally need it.
Oh yeah, I could well believe
So
it.
like you. Would
Oh,
take-
I'm well aware that. I mean, me and brother have been talking about this. You get your full of like highfalutin plans about what kind of parent you're going to be, and then you go, oh fuck. The reality is, it's easier just to compromise all the time.
And people give you so much advice, and like the only advice is just don't take everyone's advice, because you get told 50 ways to do one thing. just based on that person's what works for them.
You know, also, just don't be afraid to tell people that give you advice to fuck off.
Yeah.
Just be like, tell you what to do, fuck off, I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, that's because I didn't read any of the books I was given. I just had my own mantra, and that was it.
What was your mantra?
Shut shit, get banged.
Yeah, and that's how we deal with it. But then when I read the dog training book, and I actually got more parenting advice from training my dog.
See, parents don't like.
But you
want
to see him talking to his daughters.
Yeah. But no,
here,
crate training a dog. That was the thing. Crate training a dog. If it
Crate
barks,
training?
so you put him in his crate to get him used to where he's going to be staying. Obviously, they'll bark and
You
they'll
did this
whine.
with the kids?
No, just eventually. But whenever they're whining, if the dog barks or cries every time you go to it, he'll be like,
If I cry,
do
then I get attention. So you have to ignore it till he
Yeah.
stops. And then if they stop for like 10 seconds,
Uh-huh.
then you go and let them out. So
Yeah.
they learn that it's the quiet that gets them out,
Yeah.
not the.
So that's what happened with Matilda initially, because with Holly, every time she cried, I was like, I can't leave her. Oh my god, I can't do it. And then eventually we need to let her settle herself to go to sleep. And with Matilda, she cried one of the nights and eventually settled herself. She's been a class sleeper ever since she's a baby, all night most of the time.
See, parents don't tend to like when you say babies are like dogs, but there is a lot of similarities. Like,
Yeah, but then a lot of parents,
dog will never let you down the same way.
True, that's right. But you know what? Another thing,
That'll be great to say to your daughter when she's older. A dog wouldn't have let me down like this.
A dog wouldn't have put me in this home, you know, whatever.
When you're 43.
yeah.
but if you apply the same logic to what you would do to a dog to a human, you would get too old, they would have you murdered.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Instead of going to a home,
fine
I
with
could
that.
see him being. I could see you going to Dignitas early doors.
Oh, here, no, as soon as I've you know, even before I've had the test, if I find something, I'm like, that's me, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm away. Fuck it, what's the point?
I love
Yeah.
your. I'll not say it because it's a bit of material you do, but your bit of material about if you found out the world was going to end.
Oh, it was. If
Fucking
I don't
great,
know. Yeah, if I say, Alan, what would you do with your last day on Earth? I'm like, get an early night. Let's get this show on the road. You know what I mean? Fuck it, who
go
cares?
for it.
I could just say if we were on a plane and they were like it's going to, I could just see you just getting the headphones on. We bit of Lighthouse Family. No bother, like
You'd
no
be the sort
bother.
of guy that'd be like, there could be a drama here, and you would jump out of the plane, and then they'd be like, oh, we fixed it. You'd be like, guy's dead. Oh no.
But I no, like even when people say to me like, "What's your plan for the zombie apocalypse?" I'm like, die immediately. Like,
Yeah,
why?
yeah.
What the? I don't want to fucking live there. I don't like living anywhere where there's not good Wi-Fi. I'm not going to hang around a zombie apocalypse.
But see, I do. By about season 7 of The Walking Dead, you're like, I did just kill myself by now.
Yeah, because it's arduous to be alive in that, isn't it?
And then they find a wee bit of hope. They're like, a new village, and they're like, everyone's mental here and killing people anyway. So
Dan, we have a question, please.
Yeah, Kieran says Lidl is opening a pub in Dundonald. What supermarket would be best for a night out?
Well, tell me more about this.
So they're opening a pub in the supermarket. They're
That's very European.
investing 400 grand to fit a new in-store pub, which will operate alongside an off-sales area.
Very, very.
Yeah, be careful in that car park. Oh, fuck me.
I said
All the drunk
European.
drivers.
I said European. I mean American.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like those big like maybe not Whole Foods. There's another chain, and when you go in, there's like a full like sit-in deli, almost like a bit of a restaurant and a bar. And I think it's for that traditional thing of like, get her off to a shop. You pick me up back here, love.
Yeah.
Two scoops.
imagine how disgraceful you'd be if you're absolutely gargled at Lidl.
Imagine taking someone for a first date there.
Cause is it going to like close at the normal time? You're like, right, come on for a few pints. We'll be home by 7:30. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, where's that in Dundonald? Well,
Yeah.
instantly that'll
Which-
be the best pub in the whole place then.
like no harm to Dundonald, but that is not a, you know, I don't go, fuck, it's in Dundonald, but definitely have to go now.
And
The
because it's
Vienna
in
of
Dundonald,
Antrim.
you need a drink.
I can't see.
It's in Down, never mind.
I can't see why you'd want to have a pint there. What's the scenario where you go, I'm doing the shopping here, I'll have one?
Are the staff going to be like the little staff where they like throw the drink at you as quickly as possible?
Yeah.
You know, and don't even acknowledge your presence?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I'd like to, because I mean, I don't ever want to drink in a supermarket anyway.
Yeah, no, never.
Weird. Like sometimes you have a wee drink when you go around. Like if you're really thirsty, a bottle of water, and then pay for it at the end. Like imagine you just went around.
See, I don't do that.
No, I used to work in a supermarket. I hate people doing that. Oh, I don't mind whenever somebody's like, my child's acting up, here's a packet of crisps out of the multi-pack just to distract them. But when like a 50-year-old man goes, oh, I couldn't control myself, you're like, you actually could do, you fucking prick. So just if you could scan
He's like, he just gives you the box of Durex. He's like, just scan it.
couldn't handle myself, sorry.
Is it empty the box or has he
Yeah.
filled it?
Was the question there like what other supermarket?
Yeah, what would be the best supermarket to open a pub in?
I mean, it's M&S, isn't it?
No, Because we're talking about a pub, I was thinking about that. A wine bar.
Oh, yeah,
M&S,
okay, yeah, point
100%.
accepted, yeah.
I think if we're talking pub, I think Tesco's will know what you want out of a pub.
Right.
Do you know what I
Tesco's
mean?
would be a Diageo bar though, wouldn't it? It would just have everything by the brand.
Yeah.
There were no like little niche things.
Alan,
I think
what's
like
your favourite alcoholic drink?
I like a wee gin and tonic, you know.
What gin if you had to pick?
Tanqueray number 10.
shit.
A little bit of Monica in my... Wrong song.
Wah! Is that what he does at the end of that?
That's
Stirred,
Rage
that
Against
is.
the Machine.
No, that's wah!
What does Lou Bega do then?
Wah! Doesn't he? Am I imagining this? Could somebody back me up here?
Moment of vibe. Wow.
Somebody comment and say he does. At the end he goes, wah!
Maybe he's just
I am
sick.
aware that every time I do it, it sounds different.
Sounds like we both.
Maybe he's just at the end he's realised how he's objectified so many women.
Yeah.
And he's just going, ugh, I'm disgusted.
I am disgusting.
Davey,
Yes, Shani.
what's your number one alcoholic drink? Undefeated number one.
It's
Can I give you a scenario?
Yeah.
Sorry, can I give you
Yeah,
a scenario?
you give me a
Just
scenario.
add on to this.
I didn't get a scenario.
Right.
That makes you so fucking special.
Same question for the three of us. We're approached
Oh no.
by Reebok. That has nothing to do with anything else in this scenario. The CEO of Reebok is watching this podcast. Comes up to us, he goes, boys, I need yous to go out to Atlanta tomorrow. Don't know why. Doesn't matter what we're doing.
You know what's so weird? I thought the lost city of Atlantis when you said that, which really added a totally different element to what
May
I was
not come
thinking.
back.
Yeah.
He goes, I want you to
In
go
Georgia?
out. Yep. I want you to... Dave. I want you to go out.
I get what you did there.
Oh, yeah.
I want
okay,
you to
yeah.
go out to Atlanta. He goes, a wee corporate gig for Reebok. I want you to fly out. You have a day to yourselves, and then the next day's the gig, and I'll fly you home. It's great money. We get to Atlanta,
500 quid.
6 p.m. their time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Weather, we're talking 18 degrees, 20 degrees.
I can't believe this off the top of your head. It's so
Very,
detailed.
very, very light breeze. We walk to a wee downtown area. We find a rooftop bar. Really nice background music on.
No, for a start, I don't like a rooftop bar. You bring me to rooftop
I
bars.
don't like
not
rooftop
for
bars
me.
either.
No.
I
You're one of these guys. Whereas I like to sit in the corner of a pub and just have a chat.
So do I.
You
But
like- you
by
like
the
to
way,
be
let me
seen.
point out, I took him to a rooftop bar once because we were in Tenerife.
Oh, well,
No,
Tenerife's
You
different.
took me to a rooftop bar as
In
well.
New York, I
In
didn't
New
lead
York
that.
as well.
I didn't lead that. That was great.
Excuse me, you said this is the best hotel you've ever been in. You stayed there with your wife. We have to go here.
That's right, I did
Yeah.
lead that. I did lead that.
Yeah, New York. What time of year did you just go to New York?
May.
May. But then, to be
that's
fair,
not too
I was
bad.
like, this will give you the view of Manhattan. Right, to be fair. But
There's no other way to see a view of Manhattan, you know.
it's not it. Okay, we're inside, Dave, but there's doors open.
Okay.
Barman
That's
comes
the
up.
worst of both worlds, huh?
Barman comes up to you.
Drafty.
We've been traveling, you know. We're tired, but we're not knackered. We're just a wee bit tired. Barman comes up and he goes, guys, here's the thing about this bar. We have every alcoholic drink in the world. Any beer, any spirit, anything at all you want, we have it in the collection. What would you like?
I mean, there's a lot of different factors to weigh up there. You've given us a big scenario.
I've given you the scenario. What drink
Now,
will you
if
have?
if I'm feeling my most joyous in the whole wide
Wee
world,
bit of jet
and I
lag,
want a
we
nice, I want the pint of Guinness from Fieldy's. That's my favourite. pint
You're not
in
in
the world.
Fieldy's, you're
So
in
this
a
is-
bar
this is
in
what I'm saying.
Atlanta.
Guinness is useless in America.
Yeah,
Like, there's no
and if
point.
it's going to be shit over there, I don't want that. So let's say if I'm on holidays, I'm feeling a wee bit giddy, I'll just go for a nice pint of beer. But
What
if
brand, sir?
if
Every beer in the world.
Any
beer.
type. I was in Torremolinos in September and had a pint of Cruise Campbell. It was like the nicest thing I drank all year. Not because it was particularly great
but was
beer.
it in a nice glass?
It was in a nice
Guys,
glass
I have
on
other
the
customers.
beach.
Iced
Like-
glass we had, yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I
On
have
a
other
hot day.
customers.
I go, you know what, listen, just give me a pina colada and come on.
Pina colada.
If we're having cocktail
Do you know what? If we're going to do cocktails, I'll have
No,
a-
no, but sir, we've everything. You don't
Well,
have
can
to
I
do
just say-
cocktail. If he put his head in
Can
the
I
fire,
say,
would you put your head?
where's your manager? Because
I am the manager.
Your attitude's out of order.
I
I'm
am
going to go
the
to
manager.
another pub. This pub with the doors open, it's warm and drafty. I don't like it. Your
Look,
attitude's cold as well.
Can I be honest?
Uh-huh.
I'm under pressure because I've bought in every drink in the world and it's not financially viable. Our stockroom's not big enough. I just need you guys to order a
Right,
drink.
well,
You're
then
having the pina colada.
Then I'll have a I'll have a really good Merlot. Whatever one
Oh,
you
so
got.
we're on the wines now. Well, give me a nice Malbec then too for after the pina colada. Jeez, if the boys want.
And if we're
See,
doing a cocktail, I'll have a Bramble.
it all depends on the circumstance.
Drink and a cocktail.
But I want to know your answer because I don't know. Do you really even enjoy a drink? I don't think you
because
stay
I
long
don't do it
enough.
very often.
But you
Does that
would
make
you ever
sense?
stay for a whole pub experience?
Yes.
Like, would you do an afternoon in the pub, or would you have one drink and then would you disappear off into the night like Rumpelstiltskin?
See, if we were away, I'd want to do activities like. I'd have one or
That's
whatever.
the opposite of what I want to do. I want to sit in my hole for a week.
Yeah. Because it's been absolutely bum-wanked off you.
exactly.
I'm going to have a cold glass of Orchard Thieves with one giant ice cube in it. Because when we were in near
giant ice cube?
See, near Torremolinos, there was a beachside bar once. The weather was unreal. And they had like a wee small thing, a wee draft thing of Orchard Thieves. And they give you like a whiskey type glass, a big block of ice, and that Orchard Thieves in it. Unbelievable. If we're having a cocktail,
we're talking to Summersby though.
I'll have a mojito.
A fancy Summersby in the cups and all. €1.20 or something. Oh.
Mojito would be my cocktail.
Yeah, I like a bramble.
A mojito, by the way, sounds amazing in a Geordie accent as well. Mojito.
Mojito.
Can I have a mojito?
Dan, we have a question, please.
Emma wants to know, how would you feel if your kids wanted to follow in your footsteps and do stand-up? Would you encourage it?
First thing I'd do is get them on a good antidepressant, because that's like 90% of comedians. You know, like there's a general sadness. They might want to do stand-up soon. Let's get them to the doctor. You know, I mean, I don't care. Whatever. Yeah, would it be weird though if they like eclipsed you completely? You know, and then you're just the start of their Wikipedia article.
But you know what? I don't know whether people are different. Now, I don't think anything I've ever done has compared to the pride and joy I felt in watching my kids do something well. Like, I watched Holly dance. I was prouder of that than anything I've done. Now, I know some of us may be more proud of what they do themselves, but...
You think I'm more proud of what I do than when my kids do
I don't know if you would rather, like, your kids... Like... Would you, if one of your boys played football for Man United, there'd be a bit of you'd be like, a wee bastard, I'd love to have done that.
Think of the season ticket though.
True. But with the Radcliffe in charge, you wouldn't even get a freebie.
I resent that and you're being facetious.
I'm just playing the devil's advocate.
Now, would I be like, God, I'd love to have done that? Yes. But I would be more happy for my son playing for Man United. But if he missed a chance...
I'd have
said.
But like,
well, if that was me,
if your son was to say, I don't know what he's into, like say he was into horse racing and he became a jockey.
Yeah. You can find my 4-year-old son in the pub right now going through the racing post.
You don't know. If he ended up being a really good jockey, you'd be like, 2 sold out SSEs, brother. Don't worry about it.
5.
Oh, right, sorry. But you know, it's a weird thing. You don't know it until you see them do stuff. You know what I mean? Like I. But
by the way, you get proud of like. You were saying about like that, like dancing a competition, things like that, of course. But then there can be everyday things where you're like, you said thank you to that person, that was brilliant. You know, like wee stuff.
Yeah, but it's just a thing too that you just, whenever they don't embarrass you, you're like, oh, thank God.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like your behaviour is good in front of people. Oh, thank God.
Yes. Well, there's so much pride. Like, cause we're at the hospital at the minute with my youngest son. Even this morning, he obviously they keep, because it's a respiratory thing, they keep putting the stethoscope on his chest to listen to his chest. And they just don't want to be bothered. And he just sort of sat there and let them do it today. And he got the one on his back without giving off. And I was like, oh my God, what a guy. What a hero for not having a full meltdown because someone's prodded near you.
But I also think you need to be honest with your kids too. Like, say if they're shite and they want to be a comedian, be like, listen, you don't want to do that. Yeah. There's not nothing for it.
You're a hack.
Yeah.
But you could probably be bad at something and do it as a hobby.
Yes, but that's the difference. If you want to pursue it as a career, you have to be straight.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you could still, you could be somebody who does the odd, like, open mic.
Yeah, but that's what I always don't get about people that do that.
Would that not be way better than what we do?
Well, no, because then most of those people have a terrible job that they do 5 days a week.
Yeah.
If you could do that and not work,
yes,
perfect.
Or like if you were like had fallen off a scaffold or something, got a big claim.
Or you're a billionaire or something.
Yeah. Oh, I could do that. Yeah.
That would be the least relatable stand-up in the world.
Well, imagine being like Aiken all day, every day, but you get to do 5.
I mean, they're a good production team that you're working with. Aiken. There's their promoting gear. You'd be delighted. But I don't know. If you could be any other job than comedian, what would you like your dream job would be?
Fuck, I don't know. I don't really. I'd love to not work. So
porn,
what is the
porn curator?
DOP at black.com. Content creator.
I'd like to work in radio and somewhere like as a producer or something. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you? Porno? A porno guy.
Yeah, I love that.
No, you'd like to be a footballer.
You
star,
do
wouldn't
have the air of like a Swedish porn star. I could see it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Das Underhand, that's German. I don't know what.
Yeah.
You're not called Deuce Underhand. That's not.
Do you know what I would like to do? Discover bands, but I don't go out to live gigs. You just give me a load of CDs, and I'm like, that's all right. Yeah. Make or break dreams. I like artists and bands. I would like to do
See,
that.
that's the opposite of what like. I know enough music now. I don't need to know any more. You know what I mean? I've got enough that I can have a playlist that rotates, and I don't repeat songs too often. And
what was the last band, artist, or song you discovered that's kind of new, where you were like, "All right, okay"?
Well, new to me.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
Yeah, fuck yeah, brilliant.
This guy's going to be a star.
Do you know there's that song "Wait a Minute" by Willow? You know, like Willow Smith.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a fucking banger. And it's not normally the sort of thing that I would like. I normally think stuff like that's shite. But I was like, this is good.
Right.
Wait a minute, you know.
You should have said that to your dad.
What?
Maybe he wouldn't have fucking gone and slapped Chris Rock, would he? Wait
a minute.
Yeah.
Did they?
Sabrina Carpenter.
I only have heard of Espresso.
Oh, fuck. Shabba Rowan had to go.
Yeah.
Banger.
I only know of that through you and Stars Universe.
Yeah, but like that is a banger.
Well,
That is...
I'll tell you this. When I've done the shows down south recently, I've been trying to put up on Instagram, to go with all the picture collage thing, a song by someone from that town or city. And it was easy, and then it started getting more difficult when it did Kilkenny. I was like, I don't know who's from Kilkenny. I looked it up, and there's a guy called Robert Grace, and I thought he sounds like someone who'd been knocking about the Dubliners in the 70s. But he's like probably younger than us, and he has a song called Casper. And I just put it on Reels to see what it was like. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Guys like rapping and singing, and the production.
Is it about the friendly
brilliant.
ghost? Or is
Yeah.
it like, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
My friends all call me Casper because I ghost them all the time. It's fucking brilliant. So I just discovered that by sheer chance, and I think the guy's great. I followed him on Instagram, he followed me back. I was delighted.
Yeah, Willow didn't do that. I didn't follow him.
I got a really cool follow by yesterday, but because like it's been like, do the hospital shift, go to this, go back to hospital, do the gig, go back. Everything's all over the place, and I didn't know whether I dreamed it or whether it happened. But Evan Ferguson, the Brighton and Republic of Ireland striker, followed me on Instagram.
Can you DM him
great.
now and ask if he's going to move to Arsenal or not?
I'll
This
ask him,
window,
David.
please. Yeah, I'd like to know that.
An exclusive for the Tea With Me Daily.
I got
Brews.
followed by a landscaping company yesterday, and I was buzzing for that. Buzzing. I love a wee bit of manual labour.
You look like the sort of guy who would comment on Instagram pictures from landscape companies and write things like "cracker job, mate."
Yeah, I would.
Best in the business.
You know what's such a weird thing to say though? See, when you say to anybody that does anything, keep it up.
Yeah,
you know when you do that,
because it's literally like
yeah, like if they come to see you do stand up, I was great, sir. Keep it up. I have no real choice.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
But I love good, like, see, with having work done in the house, when you see the boys do a good job, a bit of you goes, oh, aye, that's fucking class. Like.
My girlfriend phoned me the other day. There was guys in. They bought a wardrobe, and they were building it. I wasn't there, but she phoned me and she goes, "Alan."
Yeah, Alan, that's what that was.
Yeah. So, fuck's sake. And she's like, I'm having a bit of trouble here, right?
Where's the wardrobe?
And so basically what she did was she offered them the customary cup of tea, expecting, stop thinking something awful's going to happen.
Cockney rhymes.
Right, so she offered them the customary cup of tea, and knowing they would say no. It was like a 20-minute job, you know. So you know what? Leave it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Fuck's sake.
Alan, sorry.
No, it's my own fault.
No,
I'm hoisted by my own petard. It's also Cockney rhyme slang. So she went, they'll say no, and then they went, oh yeah, I'd love a cup of tea, but we didn't have any tea. That was a lie. So then she just went, no problem, and then went and stood in the kitchen for 20 minutes by herself, desperately trying to think, what the fuck am I going to do here? And so she just came up with coffee and just pretended that that's what they asked for.
See, I went the opposite way. I ended up saying to one of the builders, do you want a cup of tea? And he's like, aye. And then I was whipping a couple of bagels on the go. So I was like, butter, bagel and jam, brother? And he was like, aye. And then
We snuggle on
Butter,
the
bagel and jam?
We snuggle on the duvet here, brother. Where does this end, Dave?
We
I'm
bum
married.
one.
Be like enough of that. If you do a good job of that skirting into my bedroom, bum wank me. Bum wank me. I'm the recipient of the bum wank.
It's your house.
Look,
Yeah.
Dave, you have very little arse.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does. There's no
I
bum,
mean,
this
I'm
guy.
getting the bum in the back.
You're not cake. You're unleavened bread. You know what I mean?
am,
Just
Mate,
yeah.
like
I'd love
just-
I'm soda
2025.
bread.
I'd love you to have a big fat soda, like.
Maybe that's what I could do. Just squat lots this year.
Yeah.
yeah.
Dan, did
Then you
anyone
have a
come
bit
up
of
with
a pitta.
2025 suggestions for what it's going to be the year of sexually?
No.
Exploration.
Nobody's topping the bum wank. That is
No,
like
no,
that
no,
is as
no.
good as it gets.
Your listeners are a wee bit sort of like coy. There's not.
No,
I think
they-
they're
no,
all
th-
practicing bum.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
They
they,
can't
they,
die.
they got the idea and they went, "Fuck,
Yeah.
get in here, quick."
But see, if I imagine if this was on, like if this was a Mudblood, I imagine there'd be reams and reams of the dirty perverts telling
Yeah.
you all
And
this
that was
stuff.
the Williams list.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure Willie knows.
Well, he's done a bum wank.
Yeah, no, wrong.
1000%.
Oh man, I'm such an idiot. I was just about to go because you said Willie, and that went in my head. I go bum wank. What about a Willie wank? And I'm really, that's just a wank.
It's been around for a while.
Yeah. It's traditional.
Imagine David never experienced that, and he's like, "What if?"
What if somebody put my penis in their hand?
I went to school with a fella, and he was always a bit weird sexually. Like I remember once he said that it was snowing outside, and he thought this was a perfect opportunity to jump his neighbour's fence, hide behind a tree, and have a wank. The same guy, like because he's never had a wank in the snow before, right?
But why did he have to go to his neighbours?
Because he don't want to do it in his own garden. It's desecration, isn't it? So
But it's fine doing somebody else's where it literally becomes a crime.
Yes, yeah, so he did a crime. But I remember he always used to tell me another thing he did. He goes, "You should try this." Now, again, being a health and safety guy, I was like, "I'm not going to do this." He was like, "You take the bit of your pillow, just the end, because you can't fit the whole thing. You put the end of your pillow into the door hinge, and then you put your willy in, and then you pull the door closed a wee bit, and then you hump it." I was like, "But if you slip, and you're cutting your top of your willy off, you're cutting your belly off."
That's someone who needs that level of like doing that in a neighbour's garden. He needs to maybe get caught.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's-
is he doing that in his neighbour's door frame? Like, is he breaking
No,
into
it's
the house
just,
with
it's
a
his
pillow?
own, like, it's not weird. It's just his own door.
Oh, that's fine then. Here, have at it. What people get, you know, whenever you the other thing, what people get up to in their own house is their own business.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Because I remember once when I was working in the housing executive, we had a tenant who was this like
David?
nice boy. Yeah, David Tennant. He this nice little old lady who you'd go into and she'd be like, "Oh, I need to move because my husband died and all, and this house frightens me and I miss it." And I was like, "Oh God, love her. You need to be bungalow too." And she's like, "Oh." So put her on the list.
This ghost keeps trying to have sex
Yeah,
with her.
so that was fine because her husband, the house was like adapted.
He's bent
for
me
him.
over the sink here.
So
For a bum.
Yeah, for so much work for such a poor payoff. But he had like had the stair lift and all put on. It was an old wee house sort of in Belfast. And when I got her moved out and all, and we got her sorted, she was like, "Thank you very much, love," and all. I was like, "No bother at all." And then whenever the maintenance boys went in to clear the attic, bags and bags of sex toys. There was a sex swing for him and all, like dildos galore. Like it was like P. Diddy's house.
Do you think he was hiding them from her, or they had
No,
been
no,
using them?
no. She was hoisting him up in the sex swing and whatever. And
No.
Yeah.
What age would she be roughly?
Probably 75.
No.
Yeah.
You don't think 75-year-olds do stuff like that? Mm-hmm. Or have done stuff like that even?
Like Dan, you know us. Old folks home riddled with STIs, aren't they? Like apparently there's shagging flat out in them.
Oh yeah, there's this
Horrendous,
thing
yeah.
like they
Yeah,
they
but I
lock the
wouldn't have
doors
thought
off.
they'd be getting the
Like,
toys involved.
Please tell him the
They'd
story.
be all
he told
wooden,
me.
were they?
Okay,
Please,
right.
please,
So,
this is the most I've ever laughed at anything ever.
well, don't hype it up like that. That's a
Yeah, yeah,
terrible
yeah.
start to the story.
Okay.
So basically, friend of a friend's granda went into a home, right? And I don't know if he had a touch of dementia or whatever, but basically he was a bit of a Lothario, so he was banging all around him, right? So at
In
night,
the old folks home.
in the old folks home, so like it was obviously all consensual, but he was like in the middle of the night getting up and going into another woman's room and like getting into bed and whatever. So they went, "We need to stop this." So he has an artificial leg, so they took the leg away when he went to bed, and then he crawled.
Like, how horny do you have to be? That's like something out of a horror film.
With a hard on. Imagine trying to crawl with a hard on.
And also, you don't have a second leg to propel you forward. So you go, how do you crawl? So you can't
I don't know if
crawl
he
with
was in
one
the
leg.
army at one point or something and learned how to crawl. I don't know. But yeah, so.
Man just sloughing it into people's rooms.
And by that point, you're fucked. You need to clamber up
By
in
the
the
time
bed.
you would crawl to the room, you'd be like, "You may get on top because I got no energy."
Oh, why'd brother not just hop?
Okay, well, hold on. How many 80-year-olds do you see hopping? Hopping like. I think he had a walking stick for fuck's sake. He's only got to be hopping.
I love
Then why is he crawling? He's gonna walk and stick.
Because he's got the use of his arms. Sticks for your legs.
Oh, that's so funny.
was like fucking solid snake. Actually, quite literal.
That'd be like something out of a horror film. You just hear it.
But yeah, the ladies loved him.
And you know what? He's probably digging up the carpet with his heart on too.
Like dredging it. That'd be so sore.
Columbo would piece that together very quickly, but like there's a trail here, you went this way.
That's great.
If I was him, I'd have just hopped in the commode and wheeled myself.
But what's the issue? Why did he just stop him doing it?
Well, I think the issue is that if everybody in the place has dementia, you can't really definitively say that everybody's all right with it, even though in the moment they are, you know.
Yeah.
And if this guy's willing to crawl.
Also, I don't think it would look great on the. You can already hear like
It's like a horny
Stephen
tough
Nolan,
moment.
like orgies in a nursing home. You know, you can hear it. You know.
Steve,
The
I
sequel
tell
to
you something.
Snakes on a Plane.
And then there'll be something like, my wee mummy's been in there 6 months, not as much as a lingering glance. It's a fucking disgrace.
Yeah,
you know, like they're not involved in the orgies. People will be upset. You know what I mean?
Or maybe your mum's stinking. But I mean, hearing stuff like that, like it would make me assume your dad might want to go into one. Like,
Yeah, he'll
He'd love it.
He'll be there.
Dennis would love
He'd be a
it.
day.
Weirdly, he's a day patient. Yeah.
I just come in for the afternoon games. You know?
shagging in the way.
Even if they took away both of my dad's legs and arms, he'd roll into that
Yeah,
room.
with
Like,
tongue.
Don't want to hear something which is equally stinking. Catherine was telling me a story. I of course, when you're married to a nurse, you ask quite like, what's some of the maddest things you've seen? She goes, there was a couple. This woman was in. She had a baby, and while they took the baby away to like wrap it up in a way to bring it back, the dude was in the bed and they were going at it just after having a baby, naturally.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah.
That's wild. Like, wait, mate. You know what I mean?
100%.
Wait.
Right.
It's so gross.
Like,
But that guy, I'd imagine, when he had both his legs, God,
Oh
he'd been
yeah.
at all sorts.
But there's probably people with no arms and legs who do have sex, like.
No, I mean, those guys can.
But it
I'm
would
sure,
be a team
respect.
effort. You know?
But also, they're not.
well, I mean,
crawl-
sex is always a team effort. There's usually two of you. Like,
They're not crawling.
Not if you're
through-
fucking a door like
Yeah.
his mate.
True. They're not crawling through the corridors. You know what I mean?
no, true. You know that screams like Resident Evil, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
Actually, there's an enemy in that called a licker. So
Dan, can we have another question, please?
Before we do, can we give Patreon a mention this Friday?
Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. Why this Friday?
Waterfront Hall Show with Willie and Mickey will be out Friday
Oh boy. Live podcast from the waterfront is going up there in all its glory. It's Patreon exclusive. Patreon.com/Tea With Me podcast. And there's the live. We do this every Friday, what we're doing today. There's tons of stuff up on there. Stars in Your Eyes, are we going up there?
Yeah, that'll be the next one.
I'm very excited to see that. See
me
this guy,
too.
see this guy, see this guy.
I
What a
saw
fun night that
a
was.
lot of you at Stars in Our Eyes.
yeah,
I saw
Arguably
your
so much.
lunch.
yeah. If anybody wants to see my lunch on that day, you can watch Stars in Your Eyes.
How fun was that?
Great crack. It really. And do you know what I was dreading? I was all ready to pull out 2 days before. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Be first time for everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, hey. I really didn't want to do it.
Sex guy.
Yeah.
Am I a sex guy?
Well, you're not.
Yes.
I don't think I'm a sex guy.
No, I mean, no, you're not a sex guy. Like the sex guy. You told me was a sex guy. Another comedian. You were like, that guy's a sex guy. I mean, you're right. He is a sex guy.
Sex guy. You know.
Yeah.
You anybody?
Sex guy.
If ever there were, this guy is a sex guy.
Right.
He would crawl through the.
What defines a sex guy?
A guy whose
Has to have it.
whole personality is I like banging. You know
Yeah.
those people. You know,
Oh, okay.
their whole life is sex. You're like, come on,
Yeah.
watch a film or something.
Go for a
occasionally.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a tea cake or something.
Yeah.
Wee tonic.
Yeah, the kind of people that be like, oh, I buck ghosts all the time. They love it.
Yeah.
The ghosts love it.
See those people who go, "Oh, I've married a ghost." You read all this is a common thing.
A roller coaster and all.
Is that a publicity thing, or do those people really exist?
I think they probably do exist.
But also, you know what people should do, like journalists? Be like, nah,
Yeah.
well, I'm not coming to your house to listen to your weird shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone married himself. I saw that, and they're like,
Half and half them?
yes,
Yeah.
they did like. They were a man on one half of their body and a woman on the other half, so they did like bride's dress and then a suit and a moustache and then shaved it on the other side.
I mean,
I'm not making that up.
Yeah.
That's an incredible feat of stitching.
Yeah.
You know, like to make that. But other than that, no, that's mental.
Yeah.
That's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think people can be very strange. Hard to hear from.
Says the guy who suggested the man who patented the bum wank. A lot of weirdos running about.
He's bum wanker. Not me.
Oh, that's right.
I
I'm
am
the-
bum bunker.
I'm bum wank.
I'm the willy wanker. Like, that's my thing. Chirk, chirk.
Here, underrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Willy Wink?
Are we?
Yeah. You're
Old
not.
school?
You're not
I
a
think
big wanker, are you?
people talk about an old hand job like it's like, you know, the redheaded stepchild, for lack of a better term. You know, people are like, that's shite though.
Whoa.
Like, it's good.
Why are you looking at me? You have red hair.
So do I.
Ah, that's right.
Well, I mean, what's left? But like, you know, I think it's great crack.
It is. It's a way to pass a couple of minutes. In an enjoyable way.
Fucking big shot over here, couple of minutes.
Do you stretch it out?
Did the
Oh, he
opposite.
stretches it out alright.
Oh, that'd be odd. Yeah. Like, is that the foreskin you're talking about?
In his bottom.
All right, okay.
Oh,
Did your power go out?
no, not at all. We had nothing really with the one of the hanger baskets fell down because I forgot to bring it in. That was it.
And whereabouts was that, Lisburn or is that?
West Belfast.
Oh,
I'm west now.
It's west, not the.
That's
have
west,
anything
mate.
blown down.
That's west. See, yeah.
That's west. See,
When I
hanging
see a
baskets.
storm, that's
West
west.
Belfast.
Hanging baskets is. I had a big fight with somebody once about hanging baskets. Ever tell you this?
No.
My job was to spend government money on
Hanging
things,
baskets?
and I wanted to spend the money on taking a group of pensioners to our Lammas Fair, and my boss was like, "Buy them hanging baskets," and I was like, "Nah." And they're like,
Lammas
"Hanging
Instead of the Lammas Fair or
Yeah.
at the Lammas Fair?
No, buy instead of Lammas Fair," and they're like, "No, you should spend the money on hanging baskets. They'll last." And I'm like, "But so will the memories."
So the memories
Lammas
of
Fair."
well, for
Well,
some
not
of
with
them, probably
pensioners,
not.
maybe,
So you know what I did?
but treat
I-
them to
I
treat them
took
Mary
them-
Ann, you know.
But I took them to our Lammas and I gave them dinner in the Ballycastle, the Marine
Oh,
Court
nice.
Hotel.
Marine Court, yeah.
Did
yeah.
you lead them?
No, I sent
Like the
them
Pied
off on the
Piper?
bus, but I paid for it all with the same money, and they're like, "You could have had 45 hanging baskets there," and I was like, "Well, they don't care about that.
Yeah.
They care about a good day out.
Yeah.
Pensioners prefer a good bit of scran
Yeah.
and a
Particularly
day
in a
trip."
garden centre.
Yeah.
Pensioners love a day trip to a
love
garden
it, I
centre.
love it.
And I mean, that's one of my life hacks. See, if you go somewhere to eat and there's loads of pensioners, good spot.
McKee's
'Cause-
Farm Shop. Craig
There you
Antlet.
go.
Have you been?
No, but it is on my list. It
They
is on my list of
fucking
places
good,
to go.
yeah.
Love it.
Knots in Ards is another place that the pensioners
Knott's is
love.
good,
And any
yeah.
garden centre, Donegal Garden Centre is a great spot as
And
well.
do you know what? They're happy with whatever.
Oh no, incorrect. It has to be top quality or they'll kick off.
What's the name of the place I had in Warren Point? Was it the Diamond or something?
Yeah,
But
bar
so-
there.
but it's like a
did
wee
stand-upper.
Oh no, then it's not. But it's on the same street as the Diamond. But it's like this wee like old fashioned like.
Bow Bells
okay.
in
Donegal's one,
Donegal.
yeah. Also meant to say to you too, now this is a guy that loves a Spanish latte, and they now do them in Costa. Spanish lattes, we were
Hey,
searching
what's a
everywhere.
Spanish latte?
The Spanish latte is a third coffee, a third milk, and a third condensed milk. So it's like it's basically a dessert. Mm-hmm. All right, calm down, Dan.
This
But it's fuck. What happened was I had
You
an
know what?
article in.
I'm convinced you dreamt this. This is a
No,
fever
I,
dream.
I had an article.
Go in there and ask for a sounds like a happy ending. Go in there and ask for a Spanish latte.
So-
See what she gives you.
I had an
Third
article in
condensed milk.
Ards, and I went to this cafe, and it was the Spanish latte was unbelievable.
In Ards, they're doing Spanish lattes.
Over here, so then I got an egg mayo sandwich. It was a great time. I was the stinkiest boy.
Do you have any lunch?
The drive home, fuck you, driving with the windows down. But and then from that day on, for about a month, I thought about the Spanish latte every day because I don't really drink coffee much. But like it was unbelievable.
But when I do,
And then I looked it up and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna go back. Is it open today? And they'd closed 2 days before.
you were going to go to Ards just for the
just for
Spanish
Spanish
latte.
I mean, I don't mind Ards shopping centre either. You know what I mean? So I could have had a great wee day to myself. But
You know what? I have public beef with Ards to an extent because I'm a banger guy. But Ards town centre is tremendous. The shops, the cafes, the restaurants, great, and the pubs are not bad too. Shout out to the Parlour and the Spoons. Nice time.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I like Ards. I just don't like the people who live there, but it's fine. Scrabble Tower, lovely.
Alright, Trump.
Scrabble Tower.
Lovely.
Yeah.
The views.
I can't do. I'd love to be able to do. I just can't.
Before we go, give us one underrated town, village, or city in Northern Ireland.
Ooh.
Underrated, where you're like, this place is great. I'll go first. Eglinton.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
I like Dundrum.
Yep.
I don't
Very
think-
little in it, but everything in it's good. The chippy's good. Few good pubs. There's
Have you been to
decent wee shops.
Scopers?
No, I've heard it's great though.
Brilliant.
I would say Cumber.
I like Cumber too.
Like if it's the
McBride's on the Square is
Yeah,
a great
oh.
wee pub.
Oh yes.
That's a great wee pub.
And the
Come
cafe.
see McBride's on the square. Yeah, that's a pub.
It might actually
That's
be
a
And it
pub.
has
Square.
my favourite thing of them all. I love a Heron's country fried chicken.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
my.
Yeah.
Wee super chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no Cumber. That sounds like a nickname. Super chip.
Have you ever had a super chip?
No.
You'd love it.
There used to be a
You'd,
guy-
you'd
Gravy.
love a super
but
chip,
there used
Dave.
to be a guy in Hollywood called Super Brick, and he's a bricklayer.
Right.
Super Brick O'Flaherty was his full name.
There's a guy in Bangor who collects your bins or collects rubbish called
Isn't that
Trash
true,
Bandicoot.
Frosty? Super Brick O'Flaherty back in the day of the
There
papers.
is, isn't there, Dave?
Yeah.
Is Dave right? Oh,
Yeah. What?
There's somebody in.
That's true. Ask your uncle. Ask Uncle Bernard. Or that's I've made it up.
Isn't there somebody in?
Frosty, text Uncle Bernard and see if you can get a verification.
Isn't there somebody in? Fuck's sake!
This is like fucking Shutter Island over here. Freaking out.
You know about Trash Bandicoot, don't you? The like skips and stuff in Bangor. Trash
No,
Bandicoot.
but I've heard of Crash Bandicoot.
Well, it's got
Yeah.
nobody cares about copyright in this business because it's just got a photo of Crash Bandicoot on the logo. But
Because what I have seen on a similar ilk was there's a brand of portable toilets called Rebecca Lou's. And I thought that was
Far too
brilliant.
niche. Far too
brilliant.
niche. If you were doing that in 2006, maybe.
Oh, by the way, there's another. I can't say it. I'll tell you off
Just
there.
say it, just say it.
I can't because I got into trouble by this guy's kids before. This guy had a business, and I thought, oh, this is a funny business. I took a photo of it, posted it on my Instagram stories, and they're like, "Can you take that down?" I said, "Our dad's business. He's been doing it for 30 years."
You're just advertising his business?
No, because I was like, oh, I said something along the lines.
What kind of
that-
business? Give us a clue. What sort of
It's
business?
just like a repair business, but I put it up and tagged it now then, and then they're like, "You take that
Jimmy
down."
Savile Repairs?
Something like that. Yeah, it was similar, right? But then
Jim will fix it. Yeah. lovely boy.
Young man! So you put it up.
But and then obviously since then I was like, oh yeah, because this guy's totally reputable, great business, tremendous acumen, well respected in the community.
He could have changed it to Mend It, in fairness. Like after the stories came
Or
out.
change his name to Tim.
Yep.
Yep.
Tim will fix it.
But that's not the business. I'm not saying that is what the business is called.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah.
Timmy Saviles. I don't know.
I think of Timmy Mallet. He's a fun guy too, isn't he? Remember he just lived here for like 3 months and was cycling around every
Yes.
town in
Yes.
Northern Ireland.
But
Football
all
grounds.
right. No, he's a good guy. He's a nice
Oh,
fella.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Timmy
yeah.
Mallett's as honest as they come.
Yeah.
Yeah, good lad.
Been around since your dad.
Good guy.
Speaking of good guys, anything you'd like to plug or promote, or any passion projects, any feelings?
I
you
am
put out there?
announcing a wee show tomorrow for the 1st of March.
You just announced it.
Well, I mean, I put it on sale tomorrow. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks, Shane. You're right to correct me. I'm doing an hour about EastEnders. And I did it about 5 years ago, and it was really good crack. Even actually, a lot of people who went had never watched it and really enjoyed the show because it's just like clips and like fucking. It's good crack.
Do you have Bradley falling off a roof in it, mate?
Absolutely.
Nice one.
I've got all the terrible stunt work.
Did I ever tell you about the time I accidentally fell into Barbara Windsor's bath?
She
Get out my tub!
Fuck's
Yeah.
Anyway, so look, follow me and you
By
can
the way,
buy a
remember
ticket.
the two sisters died in the wedding night? That's the worst thing I've ever seen in anything ever.
Oh, what about the time? What about the time in Subway when I accidentally had Barbara Windsor sandwich? Said, get out my sub!
Oh, there he is, the fucking the politician. That's fucking,
Oh no, I can't. The one I came up with was terrible.
Go for it.
No, it's so tortured. Did you ever talk about the time Barbara Windsor walked in on me bumming a baby bear? Get out of my cup.
did you ever hear about the time Barbara Windsor burst into me when I was seasoning a chicken? Get my rub.
Did I ever tell you about the time? The time Barbara Windsor caught me with my penis in her wireless router.
No.
She said, "Get out of my hub."
Did you ever hear about the time Barbara Windsor actually lost an arm?
No.
And I was
Yeah. I got you, bro.
get my nub.
Ah, boys. Alan, you're announcing that show. Where and when is it going to be?
It's Black Box on the 1st of March. Tickets are only going to be $5.
What?
And it's an afternoon gig,
Holy
so you can get a
moly.
nice day drunk.
Brilliant.
Or you drop the Lidl first of all and have a few scoops.
Yeah, have you scooped your way in? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
On the
So
glider?
3 to 5 on the 1st of March.
And you're a wrestling podcast?
The worst there was. If you like bad wrestling or like hearing people talk about bad wrestling,
It's
go
good
ahead.
fun. Yeah,
it's good crack. Where Dave was on an episode there recently. We had a great time.
And since then, the fallen angel Christopher Daniels has retired. So
Sad, yeah.
raise up an appletini.
Dave
for the
brought us
memories.
donuts and all for the recording.
Yeah.
Don't see any fucking donuts here.
Oh yeah, and there was trouble about that too because he spilled donuts all over here and he shouted at me.
Oh, did you? Fair enough, actually. You know what? You're absolutely right. Damn,
Davey.
you're right to be annoyed.
What would you like to plug and promote? Before I ask you that, I feel like this has been great fun. I appreciate you covering me for the episode on Monday. But it's a special day. Okay? Because not only is it, what day is it, Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Not only is
What
it
date is it?
Wednesday, but it's the day of the birth of a special man.
Very special.
A special man. A man with red hair who likes to surf the waves on the web. And he has a hard on when he does both. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say happy birthday to Dan.
Happy birthday, Dan. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Andrew, can you pass that to
birthday
Dan?
to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
Dan, what are you doing for your birthday today?
Not much. I'm going
Aw.
to grab some food tonight and do something at the weekend, I think.
That's a very official answer.
Yeah.
Joe,
Like, that's the most official thing I've ever seen.
what was nice was until you said his name, I wasn't 100% sure you weren't talking about me. And I was like, it's not my birthday. What the fuck's going on?
Alan, what will you be doing for Dan's birthday?
Celebrating having food with Dan.
Yeah.
Where are you going for food tonight? Where does a man like Dan go for Tucker?
Not sure. Hasn't been decided yet.
Have a look at your gift and you might get an idea.
Oh.
Here, Costa's doing Spanish lattes now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looks like it's the old inn.
Inside that, there's just a packet of ham.
And by the way, see if you're going to the Old Inn, my friend, give me a ring up first. I've got a wee residence discount card I can borrow off my ma for you.
Where is the old inn?
Crawfordsburn.
Oh, okay.
It's beautiful.
Lovely spot.
Beautiful.
Actually,
Davey got married there.
Yeah.
yeah. I was at a wedding and at once and I was like, this is one of the rare times where the food's really good. You know when you use a wedding, it's like just because there's 200 of the same thing.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yummy.
Good spot.
We went to, I'll say it's probably we'll have to go, but we did a rehearsal thing for Dave's wedding, and there was a cafe across the road, and it's one of those great cafes that's like, it's an initiative, so it's like people with disabilities
Yeah,
work
sure,
there.
yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Everyone's starving. I was like, we'll go over there, we'll get something to eat, and we'll be doing something nice. And we went to, I brought like 8 people over there, and everyone's working there. And I said to the server, I was like, we had a table for 8, and we were waiting for like way too long. And I was like, this might be one of the instances where you just, if it was any other cafe, you just walk out and be like, we don't have time. Everyone had to get back to work. And we did, like, we left in like staggered groups. You know, it was like,
that's
2
okay.
of you go, 1 of you go.
In
you
case
guys
anybody
go.
thought you'd like threw the head up. But
Yeah, and we realised when we got there, this isn't what I thought. But our idea was to go there, but then we just felt bad because we all had to go back to work and leave.
I thought you were going to say about my mum. I'm glad you didn't. She boycotted in there.
Well, you've just said now.
Why?
Yeah. Because she thinks that maybe the guys that work there aren't too good at washing their hands. So
Is that based on anything or?
just on prejudice, really.
Guys,
Yeah.
thank you very much for watching. We're back tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Slightly earlier tomorrow.
All right.
Remember, because you have to go
On a kilty. We had 10.
10.
10 a.m. with
Willie T and Brona Diamond.
Willie T and Brona Diamond.
Brona
Lovely
Diamond, salt
combination.
of the earth.
Oh,
What a
great.
day.
Trustworthy woman.
Tickets for the SSE still available.
Tickets for SSE, 23rd of May. It's a Friday night. Bigger, better,
Blacked.
bolder. Give us a B.
Yeah, booty.